Welcome. You have now tuned in to the Blackout and Shout podcast with your host, Mike Kincaid.
Can I tell you that Baby Yoda just annoys the shit out of me?
That's because you haven't watched The Mandalorian. Oh, look at Baby Yoda, so huge. Levy Curry.
Some people do all sorts of crazy stuff, like dinosaur romance novels. Those are really a thing. Taken by the T-Rex. A billionaire dinosaur forced me, ravaged by the raptors.
I wonder if there's audiobooks of them.
And Jed Vargo.
He was always like well known for wearing the Nazi outfit on.
Captain Kangaroo?
Captain Kangaroo.
Didn't he have the...
No. And he did not dress up as a Nazi either.
So sit back. Mike, are you... Listen to me. Relax. Say, transform and roll out. And enjoy the show. I guess it's my turn to host. Oh yeah. Welcome everyone to episode 128 of the Blackout and Shout show. I'm your host.
Way to open the show, Jed. It was a resounding belch. It's awesome.
That's like an audio logo.
Oh yeah. Make a soundboard and like have that be like, number one on there.
Yep, exactly. So, speaking of my virtual host, who is quite a distance away at this moment, in a upward diagonal downward spiral, Mr. Levy Curry.
That was nothing but gibberish.
Hey,
Levy Curry. It described me completely to a T.
How are you doing this wonderful Friday evening?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing better than I was on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But Tuesday I had a...
What happened? You had AIDS?
Yeah, I had AIDS. I'm good now, though.
Got better.
Yeah, I got better. No, I had a splitting migraine headache.
Tumor then.
Yeah, tumor. It's a brain tumor. It's a tumor.
Sneezed it out real quick.
Yeah.
Ass tumor.
Yeah, it's an ass tumor causing my headache. But I was nauseous. Like I had to have all the lights off, and I get them every now and then. It's not often, but it happens at least a couple times a year. I'll get a migraine like this. Yeah,
those are usually the worst ones, especially when you need the light sensitivity. You gotta turn the lights out. Put like a nice cold washcloth over your face.
Mm-hmm. Like I got out of work and I thought maybe if I got some soup or something like that, because like usually like when I'm feeling sick, soup just really soothes me,
Yeah.
And so I went and like we didn't have any soup here at home, and I didn't want like ramen or anything, like a cup of noodle soup or nothing.
What's wrong with ramen?
Well, I just didn't want cup of ramen soup, like that instant stuff. I didn't want that, so I went to Wawa and got myself a cup of soup. And I ate that and went upstairs to lay down. I was really trying to see if like maybe I laid down for a bit, that maybe I might have been okay for D&D that night.
Yeah. But
that wasn't happening. And like right when I got upstairs, I just got so sick to my stomach, I threw up all the soup.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
great.
Yeah. So, Tuesday night sucked. Like, and even like Wednesday morning, I was still feeling like the remnants of the migraine. Like my head still ached. I was just really tired and sluggish, and I just didn't want to do nothing. But yeah, so work sucked too.
That's good.
No, I'm feeling better now. Well, sort of. Like I have a little bit of a headache right now, but it's not a migraine or anything. So I just took some Excedrin. I should be fine. But
isn't Excedrin like aspirin?
Yeah, it's acetaminophen.
Oh, that's Tylenol. Whatever.
Acetaminophen.
Yeah, that's it. Whatever you were saying.
Just like how Aleve is naproxen, which is the same as ibuprofen.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then aspirin's just aspirin, right?
What's that?
So like stuff like Bayer. I say like stuff like Bayer, that's just like straight up aspirin,
yeah,
right?
That's aspirin.
Yeah.
So So how are you doing, Jed?
All right, I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm actually feeling pretty good lately, which is unusual. I'm not like tired or run down or like overworked or it's it's just been in a basic, work week, trying to get stuff done and just I don't know, just trying to figure out like which direction to go with projects and stuff like that. Just have so many things going on, and sometimes I just sit there and I go, oh man, what should I work on? And like I'm just like I sit there and I go, I'm not gonna work on anything. I'm just gonna fucking sit here and watch TV. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So, been doing that a few too many times than I should be.
Yeah.
I've been catching up on my Critical Role.
Oh really?
Yeah, I got up to episode 30, I think it is, on the first campaign they did, Vox Machina.
Okay. Vox Machina, yeah.
So I don't know how far you watch those. How far did you watch those? I
discovered early on that I have a hard time just watching people play D&D. I can't do it.
I usually listen to them in the car.
Yeah. Like I try to listen to them while I'm at work when I'm doing a lot of computer stuff and sitting at my desk.
Yeah. And
I can't, well, not necessarily that, but any kind of D&D campaigns and stuff. I'm like, I can't. My attention can't be bothered to stay on this. So I don't know. Yeah,
I guess. I mean, like I said, when I'm listening to in the car, like a podcast, it's okay. But when I'm sitting there in front of it, it's kind of hard. Unless I'm looking at the people playing the characters and their expressions and stuff, and they're trading glances or whatever. You don't see that. When you're just listening. Yeah. I was going to ask you a question too, but this is a good time to ask you anyway. I was asking everybody else this question on Tuesday, but if I were to make a avatar or a character, animation style or anime style character of the Dungeon Master from our campaign, what would he look like?
The Dungeon Master from your campaign?
From your campaign. What would he look like?
From the campaign. I don't know what he would look like because I never really thought of myself as a personification in that world.
I thought you originally were going to get Will to draw something up.
Yeah, but I was just going to have my idea was to have, this was for the Ghost of Saltmarsh campaign, but I guess it still applies, but I was just going to have him, ask him to draw up your characters in a group shot and then have just a picture of me just dressed in robes and maybe being a little more squat and whatnot. In the background, hovering above you in the background, something like that. I don't know.
Okay. So as a figure or avatar that would be on the screen, telling the story. You can't think of anything that you might want.
You know what I think he would look like? Remember that picture where you photoshopped my face onto the cartoon Dungeon Master?
Yeah.
That's exactly how I picture him to look. That picture alone, right there. That's how I picture it.
Should I include the bong or no bong?
Yeah, no bong.
No bong. Well, the general consensus of the other player characters from the campaign have all said that you should be in a dark robe, most likely with runes on it. Your face is hidden in blackness, except for your goatee, and that's how we see it.
Okay. That's not a bad idea either. Maybe I should have white piercing eyes staring out from the darkness of the hood.
Yeah, or just have the hood completely over your face, except for your your mouth and your goatee. There was there was this really cool.
Don't make my hood super pointed. Don't need no unfortunate comparisons.
And white.
Yeah, especially
Grand Wizard Levy.
No. Stop.
I did back this Kickstarter project today, which was really cool.
Yeah.
It's part of a OpenCV, which is basically it's a stereoscopic camera, and it's real small, and it basically it's powered with AI on the chipset to provide stereographical data and depth perception. So you could basically do motion capture with the camera. You can do like rigging and stuff like that. You can do object detection and depth perception. So it'll draw like a box around they had the example was like a picture of a cat on a chair, and they drew like a rectangle in in a vector graphics type of thing to give it perspective. It can determine like how far of a distance things are. Like if you're reaching for a can, it could see, oh, you're like a foot away. So it's supposed to be incorporated with robotics and a bunch of other things like that. But they have it's all open source, right? So the cool thing is that I can use it for motion capture, and I can then rig that motion capture data to models that will then, animate the 3D characters that I build.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I could use it for
interesting.
Yeah. So it's instead of like using either data that's already been captured by motion capture artists and made available freely, I can make my own, or I can, lip sync, the character instead of having to do it manually for animating, speaking and stuff. Yeah. It's supposed to be done. The campaign's supposed to be done in a couple of weeks. And I think the product will be available in like a month or two.
Oh, wow. That's quick.
Yeah. Well, they made one previously that was more expensive. And now this is like their light version that's like smaller and cheaper. So there's like $80 it comes out to for the camera. Whereas the other ones were like $200, I think. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it looks really neat. There's like tons of stuff you could do. Like they were showing all the different, concepts that you could use, like for like they had that, put it on a dash on a car, do like detection, like shit like that. All that type of stuff is really cool. But it's like, this is the type of technology that's been made available for labs and stuff, like for self-driving cars and everything like that, robotics and stuff, Boston Dynamics. But now they're making all this stuff available for like, the normal user general public type of thing that people can use it to experiment with and develop their own shit like VR or AR. So it's really awesome. Anyway, so what did you get anything this week?
I got my Mafex Age of Apocalypse Magneto.
Oh, that's the long hair one, right? With the ponytails or braids or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, with the red cape instead of the purple cape.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty dope figure, man. I like it. Kyle said he had a less than positive experience with his.
Why did he break it, or?
Well, no. He posted in the chat that he had some like QC issues on his. Like I guess like there's something wrong with the cape and whatever else.
He breaks so many things. Or like he has problems with stuff. Sometimes I wonder if he like just like rips it out of the box and he just like grabs it like you grab a handful of wash. Like, all right, now we're gonna be posed.
I'm pretty sure he's more soft-handed than that when it comes to his figures.
So he comes with the helmet, with the helmet head, or is it two heads, or the helmet goes on the head, or?
Actually, he comes with two. He comes with two helmeted heads.
Oh,
one with where the face is visible, the other one where the face is obscured in shadow, and you just see the white
blackface. Blackface.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay. now that you've said that, I am never going to be able to look at that figure the same way again.
Is it just white eyes?
Now he's just Age of Racism Magneto.
Age of Racism.
Thanks, Jet. Thanks for ruining my figure. I appreciate it, because that was my favorite face. That was my favorite head. You said that. Was it like just all black except for the teeth and the eyes? Like one of those deals? No, it's just the eyes. Like, and I think there might have been some minor highlighting on like some of the edges, like along the nose or whatever, maybe. Right. The figure's upstairs, so I don't really have it here to look at. But or it might have just been light reflecting off of it. But Yeah, so I mean, because it does have a sculpted face on there. It's just all painted in black.
Blackface.
Face. Yeah. Thanks, Jed. Wow. Okay. I am literally never going to be able to look at that head again.
You are welcome. Anytime. So
Age of
besides
racism.
so besides the blackface, how else is the figure?
Besides the blackface.
Aside.
I mean,
aside from that.
Aside from the unfortunate racism, he's an awesome figure. Yeah, he comes with like a bunch of different sets of hands. He comes with like powered up hands that have like some sort of like purple energy coming from it, even though magnetism is invisible. But you know,
but cartoon, you know.
And he also comes with a an unhelmeted head, and then just a helmet that he can hold, which is pretty cool. So
cool.
Yeah, and that one's you know just regular face paint's not blackface.
Of course, he's not wearing the helmet.
Yeah. So
that's cool. We said it was Mezco. Mafex.
Mafex.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Is the cape soft goods where it's like with a wire, or is it plastic?
Yeah. Mafex always does soft good capes.
Oh, okay.
Now. So it's but it's wired. And actually, the cape is pretty well done. I think. Usually, I'm not. I like it better when there's a wire along the bottom of the cape too, because Mafex usually just has wires on the sides. Mm-hmm. But in this case, I mean, I think it works. I mean, because it doesn't have the wire along the bottom.
Yeah.
It's actually Mafex never does that. I've gotten some third-party capes and stuff like that do that, but
cool.
Yeah, there's no wire along the bottom, but it still works for it. So
nice.
It's pretty fantastic. So and I think that's all I got. So
do you have any shout outs or plugs?
Yeah, no, I never do. I'm a pretty boring dude.
When you gonna start working on that art project we were talking about before? You want me to do 3D stuff for you, or maybe get some images, some older images that you did up on Hidden Toys there, man?
Oh yeah, I could probably send you some older stuff for now, and we're gonna finally start getting this basement in a more presentable shape.
Yeah,
this weekend.
Oh yeah.
So
that reminds me. I was gonna say that reminds me. I'm going to IKEA after the show tomorrow. Do you want anything while I'm there?
No, I have plenty of details. So.
Okay.
I have like 2 or 3 that I haven't built yet.
Oh, okay.
From like 2 years ago.
Gotcha. All right. I got.
I didn't tell you. My dad is building me bases for my detolfs.
Oh, cool.
So, and we're gonna put casters on the bottom of them so that you can wheel them around and move them around easily.
Are you making them like solid bases, or are you like doing designs on them, or lights, or books?
No, I'm just gonna do solid black bases to just put the detolfs in, or on rather, and then just so that they're like up off the floor.
Yeah.
And then they'll have, like I said, they'll have little wheels on them, and I can move them around easily. One of the things that we were concerned about is because the central air unit and the water heater are in a closet on the one side of the room, and we wanted to make the detolfs easy to move if we have to get in there and have to have work done, because we're going to be replacing the central air unit here sometime within the next 2 years, I imagine. So we wanted to be able to have people get in and out of there without worrying about them smashing glass cases everywhere. So
yeah.
So that was our solution, which is to put them on wheels and then we can move them around.
Makes sense.
So.
How old is your house anyway?
About 20 years.
20 years? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was built in about like 2000, 2001. So.
Gotcha.
We just got the roof replaced.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was trying to think. You were saying replacing that unit and then the roof and everything. I'm like, I thought your house was newer. I thought it was like 10 years old, not 20. I thought that development over there was built more recently than than what I thought.
Yeah.
Maybe I must be thinking of the other one that's down the street in Cross that they were working on
Maybe
like a decade ago.
Maybe they're building a new one like right up here across the highway.
Yeah. So. Let's see. What did I get? I got Guts. I got the Black Swordsman.
Oh, the Figma, right?
Yeah, Figma. It's the old one that first came out.
Mm-hmm.
That it's sort of blackface, but just they said he had a tan. Guts with a tan is basically with this version.
Wow.
Because they did a repaint of it, and they made him like a lighter skin. They whitewashed him a little bit because I guess a lot of people were complaining that he was too dark skinned.
He was too blackface.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a fucking the manga was fucking black and white, so
Yeah.
Come on. It did it really bad, but I guess there was enough people that wanted a repaint, so they made a repaint. This is the version from like about 8 years ago that first came out. It was like the first release of the Black Swordsman version.
According to Mike, I'm sort of black, so I'm sort of offended.
Right, so he's the sort of black swordsman in this version. But yeah, that was cool. I found him for a really good price on Macari. I love Macari. That's
I was going to ask you, was this a reissue or was this like just like a secondhand sale?
Used but unopened, so the tape was all there. Yeah, never touched. That's the way I like it.
So not really used, but like pre-owned.
Correct. Pre-owned, never displayed, never opened. Yep. Or as Ami Ami would rate it as a B scale.
Mm-hmm.
A never opened, B box slightly damaged, which it honestly wasn't even really damaged. It was, and there's a lot of bootlegs of those out there. Like KOs of that figure, but I could tell that it's not. It's an original. Plus, it's always nice when you have the Japanese store sticker on the back of the box. Kind of, it came from here or whatever, and that usually helps officiate it because most of those places don't sell KOs. When you're buying it from China or fucking Ami or Alibaba or whatever the fuck the name of that site is, then you're definitely getting a KO.
Yeah.
Or what's it
Wish.
called? Wish, yeah. That's when you don't even get a figure. You just get a picture of the figure.
AliExpress. Yeah.
Well, fuck you, John Bailey. So I had to get that out there. Trying to think what else. I don't think I got anything else really. Nothing really relevant to collecting. I got one of those. I got like a gold test kit though. Something you scratch the gold a little bit and then you put some acid on it. You say, what carat it is or if it's real.
Oh. Well, usually you can just bite it to know if it's real, right? Like they did in like they do in the movies.
Not
they take
anymore.
the coin, they bite the coin.
No, because you could have gold-plated stuff and not real gold. So you can see if it's plated or not, and it could be like a round.
But if it's gold-plated and you bite it, wouldn't you be able to see like the gold plating where it breaks?
Maybe. I don't know. I've never tested it that way. Actually, the very first test that you do is with a magnet. Because gold is not magnetic.
I see.
Neither is silver.
Yeah, that I knew.
But I also got one of those things that it looks like a little glue gun type of thing. Mm-hmm. And you put it up against a gem. And it can tell you if it's a real diamond or not, and like what carat it is and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Or if it's like fake fucking cubic zirconia type of shit. It's not, like I said, I didn't really get too much of anything else. I don't think this past couple of weeks, maybe, but nothing that I can really think of. I got a light box. I got a new light box.
Oh, okay.
Got a 16-inch cube, I think it is. Yeah, it's 16-inch. I want to make sure it was bigger than, so it could accommodate, like a Hot Toys figure if I needed it to.
Oh, all right.
But it's really nice.
So how's your 1/6 scale collection coming along? I know you picked up a few figures.
I did. So let's see. I got that. I had that Spider-Man. That was the first one I got. The Armor Mark IV, the one that's kind of like the spider symbol glows and stuff.
Yeah.
And then
that's from the Parker Incorporated, whatever it was called.
Yeah, Parker Industries.
Industries, that's it. Yeah.
Then I got that Queen of the Spider, whatever the hell that called. You have that.
Queen of the Dark Spider.
Queen of the Dark Spider. That's right.
Yeah.
And then I got I pre-ordered the original, the OG costume that's gonna be coming out beginning of next year.
Okay.
And then I pre-ordered that Green Goblin from So Toys. That's supposed to be coming out.
Okay, the third party.
Yeah, that's supposed to be coming out this month or next month, but probably probably end of the year. That looks cool. So, and then I got the two Iron Man. Well, I got the War Machine that's diecast, that Hot Toys figure, and then I got that. Oh
wow!
Then I got the Silver Centurion Hot Toys.
Yeah, I didn't know you ventured into the dark depths of Iron Man. That's a rabbit hole.
Well,
with all the Iron Man figures that they make.
They were on Ami
that are ungodly expensive.
Oh yeah, well, these were right, but they were on Ami used. Right, like B, I think there was. Basically, they were opened, but they were never. But all the parts were there, and there was no damage at all. Right, and they were like dirt cheap. They were like $120 a piece. It was crazy cheap. So I snarfed those up, and they're like in perfect shape. Nothing wrong with them. Took all the batteries out, threw those away. Yeah, that's really. I think that's all I'm really going for now. Like everything else, I'm just waiting for Goblin and Spider-Man to come in, and then I'll have my basically my Hot Toys Detolf. So that I never wanted.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that's they're that diecast Iron Man or diecast War Machine. It's the War Machine from Endgame, the one that you saw. Okay. You see like for maybe 5 minutes on screen when they're on that planet looking for Peter Quill. Yeah, it's awesome. It looks so cool.
Nice. Yeah, the Iron Man and War Machine armors are pretty sweet.
And it's heavy because it's all die cast. It's like there's like hardly any plastic on it at all. Yeah, it's super heavy. So does it come with a flight stand? I'm not sure. I have to look at it again. Can't remember if it came with a flight stand.
I'm curious, like, with it being so heavy. Yeah, with it being so heavy, I would figure if it has a flight stand, it would have to be really heavy duty.
Yeah. I can't remember. I know I can't remember if it came with more than one stand or not. I know it came with the typical stand that you get with Hot Toys, but I can't remember if it came with like a heavy duty flight stand or not.
Yeah, because I told you about the TV League Court of the Dead figure. I just got the Angel version of Kier.
Yeah,
Kier, Angel of Heaven or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she comes with these wings and stuff like that. So you want and it comes with a stand. So you'd think that you'd be able to put her in some pretty cool like flight poses or whatever, right?
Right. That
gooseneck arm has no strength to it whatsoever. At least not enough to keep her straight.
Right.
And up and whatnot. It's that actually irritated me a lot.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I have another stand that has a much stronger gooseneck. Mm-hmm. So I'll probably use that for her to keep her in a flight pose or like or at least like hovering or whatever with her wings outstretched.
Right.
But like the other problem too is that, like her feet, they used a different body for her so that her feet are not separate from the legs. It's all molded together, right? Yeah, because like most of the TV League figures, that the feet are small or like they're separate pieces and they're hard plastic. So you put them on, they can stand on their own power. No, her feet are made from the same material as the rest of the skin. In fact, it's all just one piece. And she, like, her feet are just like these two, like, I mean, you can feel them inside. They're just like two little metal pieces that come down, but like it offers no support, so she can't stand because her feet are just made of foam or like made of silicone. So there's no there's no support there. She can't stand, so you have to use the stand for even if you want her in a standing position.
Right.
So and it sucks. Like the that she figure that I got, the very first one I got, right?
Yep.
her feet are exactly the same way, except she comes with shoes that you can put on her. So like when you have her, you still have to have her with the stand, but at least when she's on that stand, like she's got shoes that can still support her weight. Like this one has nothing.
Don't some of those 1/6 scale figures like that come with the old school like plastic rod that you shove up their ass and they basically prop up against it type of thing?
No, I don't know anything about that. I know,
like how it goes under their. It goes under the clothes. Yeah, like that. Yep.
Yeah. No, a lot of them come with that stand. It's like a separate piece. It doesn't actually go up into them. No, it's all it is just like a little. The thing forms like a U shape that fits under the crotch, and that's how it supports them. So
that's cool. I know there's a bunch of like 1/6 stands out there you can get that are actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shout out to Hidden Toys. Go visit hiddentoys.net if you would like all your fine art needs for things that are superhero, Transformers, and other sci-fi fantasy related. hiddentoys.net.
Are they an official sponsor?
Yes. Yeah. They're an official sponsor of the Blackout and Shout show.
Oh, cool. We have our own sponsor.
I fucking forgot my my own catchphrase. Imagination on display. Hiddentoys.net. Imagination on display. I forgot my own. That's terrible. It's like forgetting your own song.
That's funny. Mike, what do you got? Oh, wait a second. That's right. Mike's not here.
I know. It's been kind of quiet without Mike.
Yeah. When's he joining us tonight?
Probably, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes. He's over at Retrocron setting up his stand right now.
Okay.
Or getting most of it done. And I know he said he has to go there early tomorrow morning to finish it up. Yeah. Levy Curry, and I'm going to have my own stand next year.
Oh, next year?
Yep, next year.
Oh, Hidden Toys will be at Retrocon next year. You heard it here first, folks.
2022, barring any type of apocalypse or pandemic.
COVID concerns.
You're right. Yeah, I'm gonna go out, man. I'm gonna get the black borders. I'm gonna hang up the art and pictures with lights and shit.
Nice.
Have a floating logo. Hand out M&Ms.
Should hand out Blackout and Shout business cards.
Let's see. So, trying to think if there was any. That's all I had, really. So, you guys, yeah. You and Mike, you want to move on to the news?
Yeah, news would be fine.
I actually got some interesting. Deaths this time around. Quite interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. Like enlightening, interesting. Like surprising that I haven't heard anyone mention this yet. So you may have heard it here first, folks, on the Blackout and Shout show this evening.
Exclusive.
Yeah. So let's start with the popular person that died. Norm Macdonald died.
Yeah,
he was 61 years old.
Out of nowhere.
Well, apparently he kept his disease to himself, and he didn't share it with anybody. Kind of the same way Chadwick Boseman did.
Yep.
So, but he had leukemia. Died of leukemia. I think almost 10 years he had it, or maybe more.
Long.
Yeah. I didn't know he was Canadian.
Like that a secret.
Yeah.
And for no one to find out, you know what I mean? It's like,
right.
You think like, I know he wasn't in the news all the time, you know, like some celebrities are, but you'd think some people might have been following him around, like paparazzi or whatever, might have been following him around, might have like seen him going to an oncologist or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Well, I mean, you know, that's a private thing. If people want to keep it private, you know, more power to them.
Right.
So it's just really, I can't imagine how difficult it must have been keeping that a secret for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was a shame. He was a real funny dude.
Very, very funny. I remember seeing him on like some of those HBO specials when he was always talking about the wiener dog. You know, he's like, it's like, if I ever had a dog, I'd buy a wiener dog or a dog that I could beat the shit out of. Because Where he's like, wake up in the middle of the night, where the dog's like, ripping you in the middle of the night. It was a wiener dog. He's like, hey there, wiener dog. What you trying to do there? To his great joke ever is the moth joke. Did you ever hear that one?
Yeah, I heard the moth joke. I saw that.
Fantastic joke. Greatest joke ever.
I don't know. I don't really like jokes like that.
I love
where they have this huge
dry jokes like that.
Setup for this huge setup and this dumb punchline.
I love it.
It reminds me of the Furple Nurple. So
Norm Macdonald was.
Have you ever heard of Purple Nurple?
I have.
Yeah, so it reminds me of that, and I hate that. So I hated that story. Freaking someone told me that, and then I was like, when it was finally done, it took 15-20 minutes for the story to end, and then just like, fucking Christ.
Those are like the type of jokes you would tell on your field trip on the bus on the way to or back from school. We used to have one that was called Purple Pastures.
Okay, I never heard that one.
It's the same idea. You basically just go through this 10-minute long story, and then at the end, when people are wondering what this Purple Pastures meaning is, the one guy runs out in the middle of the street and he goes, "I know what Purple Pastures means. It means," and then he gets hit by a car, and that's the end of the joke. Yeah,
yeah. And the lesson is to always look both ways before crossing the street.
There's no lesson.
That's how Purple Nurple ends.
So Norm Macdonald was Canadian. He's actor, screenwriter. He wrote and starred in Saturday Night Live. He had his own Norm Macdonald show. Yep, Weekend Update. And he was in a lot of movies. But that's too bad. He was a really funny guy.
Yeah. So I guess when the O.J. Simpson verdict was read or was announced, and he came, when he went to do Weekend Update, he's like, "Breaking news: murder is legal in California." I guess he got in a lot of trouble for that.
Yeah, I remember that. That was almost as bad as the David Spade one when they showed Eddie Murphy, and he goes, "Oh, look, a falling star."
Ooh.
Let's see. So this one's interesting. Let's see if you know this name. Do you know Mick McGinty? Mick McGinty.
Mick McGinty. That sounds familiar.
He is a American artist, he was an American artist. He did all the box art for Street Fighter 2, as well as Streets of Rage.
For the Super Nintendo chip?
Yeah, all that stuff. Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He did the Jaws 2 poster. He did a bunch of movie stuff and video games. Tons of video game box art and stuff. He just died this past week of cancer. I didn't say what his age was, but yeah, he's been around for a while. This one here, this is the most interesting one. So, Ruben Klamer, he was 99 years old.
Oh.
He was an American board game inventor. He invented the game of life.
Huh.
So, this is where it gets interesting. So, this was way back, I think in the 50s or the 60s that he invented this board game. And he did all this design work and stuff like that for it. So the producers from the TV show The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Came to him and said to him, "We need you to design a special weapon, for the show that they could use." So he designed Walther P-38 that could extend. Could extend, into a sniper rifle with fully automatic type of thing, and has the whole barrel
stock, the barrel extension, the scope.
Yep. Yeah. That they used for Megatron.
Yes.
So in essence, he was basically the creator of Megatron's alt mode.
Yes.
So the guy that created the game of life also designed the gun that Megatron turned into.
Yeah.
And
cool.
Gene Roddenberry came, "Hey, I also need a gun for the show," because they wanted to be started to be more actiony, because this was after the first this was after the original series, the first pilot came out and it wasn't too responded with too well because it was too much thinking. So they got this one. They got Shatner and gave it more action. He designed the phaser rifles that were used in the show.
I don't know. I don't remember what the original series phaser rifles looked like. I know they had the Type 1 and Type 2 phasers. Like they had the little, the tiny little things, and then they had the larger ones that those little things like fit into.
Right. Yeah. This was like a bigger gun, like a big phaser rifle. It was first showed in Where No Man Has Gone Before, which I think is the first episode with Kirk, or the second one. I can't remember.
Okay.
That was with the barrier, I think, at the end of the universe or something. Anyway, so Ruben Klamer, he designed the Game of Life, Megatron, and fucking Star Trek phase rifles. Yeah. And he passed away, 99 years old.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Bullfighting. Died in a bullfighting accident.
Stop. Stop.
But no, that's awesome. I never knew that he was so intertwined into all the stuff like that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So on to the trailers. Which trailer would you like to talk about, Mr. Levy Curry?
Oh, let me bring up the list here. I forget what ones there were.
There's 4 of them.
Yeah. Let me bring up the list here. Night Teeth. Let's talk about Night Teeth.
I almost did not include that.
Really?
Because it was so goofy. I was I'll just put it in there anyway because of the vampire thing.
Yeah. I think that looks interesting.
I was going to say it's something you and Brother Kyle would probably watch.
Well, I mean, they're not writing in diaries, so I mean, there's that.
You don't know. You don't know. Maybe they are.
But no, it actually looks pretty cool. It actually kind of reminds me of Vampire the Masquerade, because how they were saying that there's this whole other side to the city, and that you're about to meet the real rulers of the city or whatever, and this, that, and the other thing. And like Vampire the Masquerade was kind of like that, where you had the vampires, hiding amongst the humans and kind of being the real movers and shakers behind the scenes and the influence politically and financially and all this. So
right.
And plus Theon Greyjoy's in it.
I saw that.
And you know what I also think is funny is I thought I saw her in the trailer because she was only in it for like a second, if I recall. But then I went and looked at the cast list and confirmed that Megan Fox is in this movie.
Yeah.
She's probably one of the bigger names, I think. And yet she was featured in the trailer for like 2 seconds. I mean, I know she hasn't done anything in a while, I don't think. But
not too much now.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I just find it strange that they didn't even bring any attention to her character, at least from what I remember. I only remember her being
I think she did some type of post-apocalyptic survival movie or something that got the same ratings as the Craft fucking sequel. So it's like a 4.2 or something.
The Craft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe there is a reason why they didn't promote her in this movie. I don't know, but
maybe
because other than her and Alfie Allen, I don't recognize. Oh no, no, I don't recognize anyone else in this movie. So
do you know what this movie reminded me of? Is if you remember that movie with Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise where you had to drive him around? Collateral. He was an assassin.
That was a fantastic movie.
This is like a shitty vampire version of that movie.
Well, you know what? Now that you bring it up, because I did get that vibe from it, but it was I couldn't remember the movie, but I was like, this concept looks familiar to me. Yeah, and it was it wasn't until you mentioned it now with Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise I remembered the movie and remembered the name of it. So but yeah, Collateral was a great movie. I love that movie. But yeah, no, this definitely looks like a shitty vampire version. But I'd like to check it out. I mean,
who knows?
Maybe that'll be interesting.
Writing diaries in the car from site to site.
I've been wanting to watch Blade again lately.
Which one? First one?
First one. Yeah. I mean, Blade 2 is okay. Blade 3 is terrible. But yeah, no, I definitely want to watch the first one again. And I've been really having a itch to watch it because somebody on Facebook posted this like the song or something like that, or posted something from like the opening scene. And oh no, I think what it was like they just posted a picture of the blood rain where people were, having the blood rain down on them.
Are you thinking about the Quarter Crew when they looked at the effects for the stunts of that?
You know what? You're probably right. That might have been it. No, but no, there was something on Facebook. I think somebody I know from Facebook, or somebody I know on Facebook also posted something about Blade also, and I think it was that scene that made me go and listen to Blood Rave, that song that was playing in the club.
Yeah.
And it's your typical rave music where it's just like highly repetitive and shit. It's just really fucking cool. And I don't usually go for that kind of music, but that particular song, I don't know why. I just think it's really fucking cool. Probably because it's got its association with Blade. I don't know. But it just made me want to watch Blade again.
Yeah, so Night Teeth. Megan Fox.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I'll probably check that out at some point, I think. So, what do you think of it? I mean, is it something you check out?
Yeah, maybe one of those things where I'd be like, maybe I'll take a look at it. I think it's a movie, right? I don't think it's a series. So, thank God. So, yeah, I think it'll be all right. Yeah, maybe once. Maybe I'll watch it when I'm in passing somehow. If it was just two chicks running around killing people, I'd be like, eh. But if it was like now vampire chicks, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
How about Hawkeye? What do you think of the trailer?
Oh, that looks cool, man. I'm very excited for that.
I like how they did the Christmas spin.
Mm-hmm.
Very Die Hard-esque.
Yeah. And supposedly, I think Yelena is supposed to show up in this show.
A lot of rumors.
Yeah. And someone else is supposed to show up.
There's rumors that what's his name is supposed to come back as the Kingpin, but that's not confirmed. That's
that's what it was. I heard that Vincent D'Onofrio is supposed to show up as the Kingpin. Yeah.
There's a lot of rumors about this because it's a street level hero. That it might be like there might be a lot of different cameos in here, possibly a Moon Knight. Who knows? I think it's New York, right? Is it New York?
Yeah, I think so.
Or is it no? It's in LA, isn't it? I think it's in California. Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember. All I know is they're really leaning heavily on the Matt Faction comic that he did and wrote, like literally taking whole pages out of the book that are identical to what was in the trailer. Like when she was like rooting through his quiver trying to find stuff, and he's like, no, not that one, and not that one, and then she like shoots it and it explodes, and he was actually in the comic book. He was like he was in his apartment. He was walking down the street to get some tape, so he could put tape on his arrows to mark which was what, because he couldn't figure out which arrow was which anymore. And the car that he's driving, is it Challenger? The Challenger it is, I think. Is the color, the body, the everything. It's all identical from the book. But yeah, that's cool though. I mean, even the logo with the like the sound waves type of thing coming out, the bullseye.
Yeah,
that's all. It was all part of that book, which is good because those books were like really, really good. Those are really well written. But yeah, I'm excited. I like Jeremy Renner. I like the whole Hawkeye character. Yeah.
I like Haley Steinfeld too. Did you see True Grit?
Yep. I saw Bumblebee. I liked her in Bumblebee.
Yeah. You didn't see True Grit, you said?
It was the one with Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
Or John Wayne.
Both.
I think I saw both, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, True Grit's a really good movie.
She was really young in that, though. She was like 8. Wasn't she, or 6 or something?
No, it wasn't 8. She was in her teens. Might have been 16. Yeah. Yeah, she wasn't 8 years old.
Oh, okay. I thought she was really young in that.
She was probably like 16 or something, maybe.
Yeah, I'm excited for that to come out. Like I said, I really like the whole Christmas spin. That kind of adds a flair to it that or a soul side effect to it that's works out really well.
Yeah. What about Nightmare Alley?
As
What did you get? What did you take from that trailer?
well, it's noir, very noir. William Dafoe.
Yeah,
Like anything with William Dafoe, I want to watch. Yeah.
All-star cast is him, Bradley Cooper,
Yep.
Kate Blanchett, what's her name?
Ron Perlman.
Toni Collette. So
there was an HBO show like 15 years ago, maybe. It was called Carnival. It was really good. Clancy Brown was in it, and we talked about this before. I forgot the other actor's name. The guy from Terminator 3. Man, what was his name?
Terminator 3.
Shit.
Oh, Nick Stahl.
Nick Stahl was in it. Yeah, Clancy Brown, and a bunch of other actors and actresses. That it was a really good show. It was really weird. It was like a really weird thing because there's like they took all the carnival, show things and the stage, and they made some of them real and some of them were more fake, but it was like a really weird thing. So I kind of got that vibe from this, and then I kind of read the synopsis about it. Apparently, Bradley Cooper's character can easily persuade people to do things with just a few words, something like that.
That was not readily apparent in the trailer.
No, not at all. It was, but it looked really good. The trailer. I like William Dafoe as the MC and all that stuff. It's I definitely want to watch it. I like that whole 30s, 40s noir, vibe that they have going.
Yeah, but I have no idea what the movie's about.
Right. Well, I think it was just a teaser, so I suppose somebody's a beast.
Yeah, but I mean,
beast.
like I said, it's got an all-star cast, great actors in this movie. So
yeah,
it's got to at least
be
watchable.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro, who's doing it, and then you got all the actors and actresses that are really good, and then William Dafoe on top. That just makes me want to watch it. I don't even give a shit what it's about at that point.
Yeah, I heard rumors that he has a massive penis.
William Dafoe?
Yeah. I heard rumors that he has a massive dick.
Great. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. I don't know why that has any bearing on the conversation, but yeah.
It doesn't at all, Levy.
Massive cock.
Yeah, no.
Like ginormous.
Really? Wow.
That's what I heard.
That's the rumor. Let's move on to Invasion. Yes.
Sure.
Sam Neill's in that one.
Yeah. At first, I thought this was going to be another adaptation of this one book that I read a long time ago by an author named Robin Cook, who was, I think he was a former doctor who became an author, and he wrote medical thrillers. And I actually read a couple of his books, and they were really good. And he had one called Invasion, which was about an alien. I think they had done a movie adaptation of it already, but it was about these discs fell from space and landed, on Earth, and people picked them up, and then it would prick them, and it was kind of like an Invasion of the Body Snatchers kind of thing, where they suddenly were either being controlled by aliens or were now inhabited by aliens, and they started working towards building a device to either communicate or bring them to Earth or whatever. And it basically had the same kind of ending that Invasion of the Body Snatchers had, where basically everyone became aliens except for the main character. So it was still a good book, though, even though it seemed a bit derivative. But that's why I at first when I saw that, I was like, "Is this an adaptation of that?" But it's not.
There was I think that sounds very close to what the TV show was. There was a TV show called Invasion back from 2005, I think it is.
Okay. That might have been what I was thinking of then.
What was the dude from who's Quicksilver? What's his name?
Which Quicksilver?
The one from X-Men. Yeah.
Oh, Evan something.
Yeah. He was in that. And William Fincher? William Fincher was in that. Okay.
Fitchner. Yeah, I know.
Fitchner. William Fitchner. And, they were all... what was the girl's name? Evan Peters is that guy's name.
Evan Peters, that's it. Yeah.
And Lisa Sheridan was in that movie, or sorry, TV show. That was a good show. I used to watch that like religiously.
Okay.
It was on like right around the same time like Surface was on, like around the mid 2000s there.
Yeah.
I liked that show. It was good. It was I think it was 1 season or 2 seasons, but it was the same idea where these things fell from the sky. It took place in Louisiana, I think, and they were in the water, and they were like these glowing things, and I think they were kind of like jellyfish, but they were like prick or sting somebody, and they basically kind of like cloned the person. Okay. And it was like a alien, and then that real person was like, I think, dead under the water or whatever. But the alien took their memories in their body and all that shit, and they were taking over the whole town, so they could like basically build something to prepare for like a new invasion that was coming from from space or whatever. That was good. It was like a very this them versus these people type of who's who. Yeah, type of thing. It was good. But yeah, like I said, it was back in those days where everyone was trying to do like sci-fi stuff, and like most stuff didn't last like a season, but it was good because they weren't watching it. It was back when Sci-Fi Channel decided to do like wrestling instead of fucking science fiction, and because that's where the ratings were at the time. Yeah, and a lot of really good shows got canceled because of that. And this was, I think, one of them.
But the movie is nothing about that.
Right.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Like it looks like I guess there's like some sort of like there's like all sorts of weird happenings going on across the globe that seem disparate and unrelated, but it turns out that they are, and it has to do with aliens coming to Earth. And like I guess the one scene shows like a big giant crater in the Earth where something hit, and like there's power outages and locust swarms and other weird shit going on.
Yeah, I got like I'm trying to think like it's like a bunch of different sci-fi movies all rolled into like one type of feeling, like a contact thing, and then just your basic War of the Worlds type of situation. And then there was that what was that we were just talking about Jeremy Renner. What was that really good movie with him and the chick that played Lois Lane in the Superman movies? I forgot her name.
Which Superman movies?
The Man of Steel.
Oh, Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Renner and Amy Adams. I don't remember them doing anything together.
Oh, it was a fantastic movie, dude. Oh, the director was is it the same guy that's doing Dune? Oh,
are you talking about Arrival?
Yeah, Arrival. That's it.
I didn't know Jeremy Renner was in that.
Yeah, he was in. Yeah, he was the other scientist guy. He was her husband. Oh. Well, spoilers. Like eventually wanted to be her husband.
Oh, okay.
You don't remember Jeremy Renner in that? Oh yeah.
I never watched it.
He was like the. You ever saw Arrival?
No.
Oh, you got to watch that movie, dude. That's a great movie.
Okay. Yeah, I've been wanting to. What was that one movie that I saw? It's the one with Natalie Portman where they go into that like area that's like covered with Annihilation.
Annihilation. Yeah, that was good too. Yeah. The book was better. Yeah, but yeah, that was good. Yeah, Arrival got almost like an 8 out of 10 on IMDb. Okay. Yeah, that was a fantastic movie. Ignore what I said, but yeah, Jeremy Renner's in it, Amy Adams, Forrest Whitaker. Yeah, that was a really, really good movie. Really good. Okay. Definitely, that's a must watch. I just closed it. I know the director was a really well known director too. Let me see, who was that? I think it was like a French dude. Oh no, yeah, Denis Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, he was just in the news recently.
French Canadian. Yeah, he did Blade Runner and Dune, right? Yeah, he's doing.
Yeah, but he was just in the news recently because somebody basically told him to fuck off on Twitter.
Oh yeah. He was saying about how most Marvel movies are basically copy and paste.
Yeah.
And then
He did Dune, right?
Yeah.
The new Dune movie. Yeah. Okay.
Who told him? He said, "What a fucking asshole."
Yeah, that's what it was. What a fucking asshole. And I can't remember. Let me just look up Dennis Villeneuve. Fucking asshole. Okay. Let's see here. Neil Blomkamp.
That's it.
Neil Blomkamp calls Dune director Dennis Villeneuve a fucking asshole.
He said, Dennis Villeneuve said there's too many Marvel movies that are nothing more than a cut and paste of others.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, Blomkamp said, what an asshole.
Yeah. Well, you know what, though? He's not really wrong because they are very cut and paste. They're very formulaic. Marvel has a formula they like to stick to. That's not necessarily a bad thing, in my opinion, because you go to a Marvel movie expecting, with certain expectations. And you like when those expectations are met. They're not. Yes. The Marvel movies are not high art. They're never meant to be. They're meant to be entertaining. They're meant to give you a childlike sense of wonder when you watch them. You get to see superheroes come to life on screen. The superheroes that you read about when you were reading comics when you were younger, or even when you're reading comics now.
Right.
And that's what they do. They're not meant to really make you engage in self-introspection or navel gazing or anything like that, or make you think about complex topics and or political strife in the world. These are movies meant to entertain, and there's nothing wrong with that. So they are what they are. They serve a purpose.
I can see that point of view, but I can also see someone who's like an artist or a director or whatever, right? And they're trying to create some type of unique work of art that's different from the rest. So when you have something that's very cookie cutter by the numbers, a paint by the numbers,
and it's making millions and millions and millions of dollars more than your work,
you get kind of upset.
and you know what? I get that, but that also comes with the territory. When you try to make something meaningful, I think it will never ever be as popular as lowest common denominator stuff.
Fart jokes.
Because what's that?
Fart jokes.
Fart jokes. Exactly. It will never be as popular as that because by its very nature it never will be, because the lowest common denominator always appeals to the widest audience.
Right.
So don't waste your energy getting mad at that fact. Just accept that, but know that you have your audience. I don't know. It's just I never understood people getting mad at that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it's more of a frustration thing.
Yeah, and I'm sure Mike will have a unique or a personal perspective on that too, because I know he's shown frustration at that sort of thing.
Well, I can tell, like on YouTube, I did that whole Sunstreaker and Sideswipe animation where they're driving down the road, very retro wave type of style. Yeah, and I worked on that for like a couple of weeks. Made it look nice and stuff, made a print from it and stuff, and I liked it a lot. I think it came out really good. Yeah. And it hardly has any views. Meanwhile, I redub a fucking Transformers clip where they're flipping around an Astro Train with the fucking goat screaming, and that gets 150,000 views.
Yeah, right.
Right. Meanwhile, I'm over here fucking 3D modeling Lamborghinis and shit, and they're like, "Oh no, just fucking blah." Fucking artwork.
Yeah, really.
The only thing I don't like about that whole thing is that even though it's a formula and it's working and making money, is that it's not creating anything new. That's the only thing I don't like about it. I always like to see something new, something fresh, and unique. That's not fucking boring. Like years and years ago when Shyamalan, M. Night Shyamalan came out. That was new. That was a fresh take on. Oh, fucking, he was dead the whole time? Yeah. Spoilers. Yeah. But
really.
But
Jack, come on.
What a twist. It's like, that was like a whole new, genre of like a type of movie. Like, what's the twist at the end?
Yeah.
Or you had Tarantino doing like, the whole Pulp Fiction, just its time is different, throughout the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Things take place, in the past and the future. It's like it just flips around left and right, but it was a good movie. Shit like that. Those are good movies because they're original and stuff, and they're still stick to a certain formula, but they're very unique in what and how they're presented. And that's kind of what I like about that type of cinema. You don't have to be fucking Martin Scorsese or anything like that and really fucking destroy fucking the movies that are out, because it still takes an effort of an art to make those movies. It's just that they're not as original and well liked as most things, and I don't think there should be a fucking French subtitle, like, oh, you like see some woman fucking smoking a cigarette, she's like she like puts it out on her fucking thumbnail, le finish, and then like is her you're like, what does that mean? What's the interpretation of that?
Yeah,
that's. But I like to see fresh, different type of movies. So, and you can do that with superheroes. Road to Perdition is a good movie. That was a comic book movie.
Comic book movies, yeah.
That's a comic book movie, but you don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
The one with Mark Ruffalo and Leonardo DiCaprio, where he was crazy. They were investigating.
Yeah, Shutter Island.
That's it.
It doesn't even have to be. Comic book movies about mundane people and stuff that are non-super. Like even superhero films, you can put unique twists on.
Oh, sure.
Look at The Boys.
Oh, I'm gonna go back to Watchmen.
Yeah, and Watchmen
predates
Absolutely.
all that. Even in the comics, that was something that was Son Moore did. He's like, well, these superheroes are fucked up. You usually didn't see that type of shit back then.
Yeah. It was a total deconstruction of super costume vigilantes and superheroes. Because people who, like in real life, people who would feel the need to do that sort of thing are probably not right in the head, or suffer from all sorts of like mental issues or problems like PTSD or depression or whatever. Or like in the case of The Boys, when you're like a super powered being and like you would just become like this raging narcissist, and think that you're above everything and above the morality of the people around you. So definitely you can do that with superhero concepts and such. Yeah. So.
Yeah, if you in reality, if you really did have all that power, what's to stop you from feeling like you could basically fucking do anything you want to do?
Yeah, or what's to stop you from just not caring? Like what happened with Dr. Manhattan? He was so far and above beyond anyone else that he could talk to. He could no longer relate to anybody, and their tiny struggles just didn't matter to him anymore, right? Because he knew that there were bigger things out there that demanded his attention, that demanded his interest.
Yeah, like making the new 52 universe.
Yeah, there you go.
Like rebooting the DC universe.
Yeah. So, but speaking of Marvel, did you watch What If this week and last week?
I did.
Okay, so what do you think of last week's episode with Killmonger?
I liked it, but it was odd how they were in the beginning of it. They were trying to make him seem like more of a good guy, and then they're like, it made you seem like no matter how well he would have, no matter how well of his plan he might have came across in like any any reality, he still turns into like the fucking bad guy, the fucking murderous bad guy. Like I thought they were going with. Yeah, like I thought they were going to go with like, oh, he's really, he really is a misunderstood, character, and he's actually a kind of a good guy. But now I'm just going to fucking murder everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, oh, he turns into a fucking murderer anyway. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Tony Stark was a complete idiot. Trying to confront him by himself. without notifying anyone. But yeah, I'm forced to wonder if they're ever going to continue any of these episodes, because that episode ended on a cliffhanger.
Well, if you notice, a lot of them have been. A lot of them have. Almost all of them have.
Mm-hmm.
Even the first one with Captain Carter. Mm-hmm. She was like they're like, oh, and in the future, it's like one of those things where it's maybe they're going to bring them all together in like the last episode or two.
Yeah, especially with the way this week's episode ended.
Right. So there's a lot of there's a lot of plot threads that are just kind of dangling, and I could see all those characters coming together into some type of really weird, misbegotten like Avengers movie or episode.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, last week's episode, I liked it. It wasn't my favorite episode.
It was pure comedy.
No, last week's, not this week's.
Right, this week's.
Yeah, the Killmonger episode.
Right.
I think I was getting kind of worn out from all the heaviness that the last couple episodes have been pushing. With the Doctor Strange episode, the zombies, and now the Killmonger thing, where he's like basically killed freaking War Machine and Iron Man, and then and T'Challa, and then
very dark.
Yeah, and so this week's episode was definitely a breath of fresh air. It was just totally played for laughs.
I think
it was such a great episode. It might have
planned it that way. Fun. I think they might have planned it that way, where you kind of get all these dark stories that end kind of not well. And then you get this, this funny 80s, fucking
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, bachelor party, fucking those kinds of stories. But yeah, you know what? To their credit, though, a lot of what if stories ended on downers.
Oh yeah,
because they had the freedom to do that.
Well, because most of the fucking time the heroes won, so the most of the what ifs are like, what if they didn't? So it usually is kind of like a bleak ending for like a lot of those stories. Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, this last episode was just totally awesome. He's freaking. I love how he's trying to clean up the earth before his mom gets there. Like there's like at the end of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where he's trying to get home before his parents get home and shit. He's trying to clean up a whole planet. And I loved Loki too. I love Loki when they meet up as like they're like, hey. My brother from another mother. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty
and I love
good.
that he was like giant too. That was great. when he was trying to use the phone and he drops, it's like, oh.
Yeah, that was a good episode. In the beginning I was like, where's this going? And I'm like, oh, it's just going fucking everywhere. It's like just it's a weird fucking funny humorous thing. Oh, there's Howard the Duck. Yeah. Now I know it's a fucking
he got married. This just makes cements sense, my firm belief that Darcy needs her own show, and it needs to be with Agent Wu. And they do like a Marvel style X-Files. Just going around, just investigating strange. And Howard the Duck. Why the fuck not? They're just going around investigating strange supernatural and metahuman cases across the world. It'd be fucking awesome.
That'd be great.
And I heard a rumor that they're saying that Marvel and Disney have heard people's interest in that. So fingers crossed.
Interesting.
And I also I read in an interview with Kat Dennings that she said she's definitely open for something like that. So because of course she would, because it's another paycheck, right?
Right, exactly. Lots of money.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you be open for something like that?
Exactly.
How did they say it? I forget which actor it was. Oh, I'm trying to remember who they were talking to or who was interviewed. I don't know if it was the main actor from Shang-Chi or if it was somebody else, but they were saying like, oh, did you have to audition or really pursue like the role or whatever? Mm-hmm. And they're like, no. He's like, Marvel basically, how do you say it? It's like a High School Musical. He's like, they're always watching. So whenever you do something and they're like, they basically like call you, and then you're now part of, they offer you the part, and then you don't really audition. You just like go, and they're like they've been watching years.
Yeah, they basically headhunted them.
Yeah. So I think that might have been who it was. I can't remember exactly.
They probably saw all of his great stock photo images, and they were like, "We need this guy to play Shang-Chi."
Maybe. Or there was something. A lot of times there's like movies that haven't been released yet that I know people have like watched, and they're like, "Oh, he's done." So like, wow, what a great performance in this. We have to get him for the movie that's for our next whatever year feature thing.
Yeah.
Did you watch anything past week or two? Anything good?
No, I've been playing a lot of Magic.
So
really haven't been watching too much.
I watched Free Guy last night.
Oh, we saw. I saw that in theaters actually.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I liked it. I liked it. It was good. I can't remember that. There was something that I had a gripe about it, but I don't remember what it was now. But yeah, it was entertaining. It was fun. It wasn't like
it was a movie,
a great movie, but
yeah, it was a movie.
Yeah,
it reminded me of the Lego movie. Like, just get up, do this. You're basically generic characters going about your day.
Yeah,
type of thing. And then you got into the whole NPC rights type of thing. Where all the players across the world, NPCs have their rights to, we're not going to kill them anymore. Yeah, right. Like, that would actually happen. There's no way that would happen.
Yeah.
But there was like, there was funny parts in it. What's his name? Oh, god damn, dude. My fucking name recall tonight's really shitty. The dude from G.I. Joe. Oh man, it starts with a C.
Channing Tatum?
Channing Tatum, thank you. Channing Tatum. He played a good part in that. That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He was that crime boss dude that they were trying to break into, whose house they were trying to break into.
Yeah.
But he was actually like a player and everything. And he was like, "Mom, I'm trying to stream here. Stop backing me."
Yeah, that was good.
That was funny. Yeah.
And then you had the Chris Evans cameo when the Captain America.
Yeah. What the shit?
But yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was a movie, like funny bits.
Yeah.
Like when the dude version of him came out, he's like, catchphrase.
Yeah, because he had the placeholder dialogue.
Right. But it was all right.
Yeah.
It got really corny at the end, and I was like, oh.
It did.
I was like, I'm glad. I'm like, oh, it's over. I'm like, thank God.
Yeah.
Really...
I think that was one of my gripes, was I absolutely did not care about the romance between the girl and like the real guy. You know what I mean? Because like throughout the entire movie, they had almost no interaction.
No.
So like, why do I care whether or not they fell in love? I mean,
and then they
really
were standing across the street from each other, and they were just giving each other the look for like way too many long seconds. Like, oh, yeah. And then
they just go running out into the street. One of them would have been hit by a car.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
But it didn't. I think that probably would have been a better ending if they would have got hit.
Yeah, well. Very well could have been.
I've been watching HBO's Spawn from years ago. Todd McFarlane.
Okay, yeah.
I haven't seen those in a really long time. I want to go back and rewatch the 3 seasons. That's a good show.
Yeah.
Good show. Good story.
Yeah. Anything that Keith David attaches his voice to is just gold.
Yeah. Oh, whether I pre-ordered the
Speaking of the United States and Rick and Morty.
I pre-ordered that NECA McCready character from The Thing. McCready.
Oh yeah. Okay. When you said like McCready, my immediate thought was to go to the guy from V. for Vendetta.
Oh, right.
Mr. McCready.
No, McCready
Yeah.
from The Thing.
Yeah,
They gave him
Kurt Russell.
they gave him like all the all the accessories with it this time, like the dynamite, the petri dish with the blood and flamethrower and all that stuff. Pre-ordered that. Then did you see that they we're going like into toy news, but did you see that the NECA also pre-ordered 2 Dungeons and Dragons characters today?
Yes. I can't remember their names now.
Yeah, the warlord and the other dude, the snake. I pre-ordered those too.
Yeah, they were evil, both evil dudes.
Mm-hmm. I just watched that a cartoon, Dungeons and Dragons, with my kid the other day that had him in that episode.
War Duke and Grimsword.
Yeah, the War Duke was in the that episode where they he captured the dungeon master in like a crystal prison.
Yeah. Oh my God.
What?
I'm sorry. I went to BBTS to look up the names of those guys, but I see that Mayfex has put up for pre-order their Black Suit Spider-Man and animated series Joker. So now I gotta see if Ami does it.
Every time I tell you something that's up for pre-order, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I know, I already got them." I'm like, "Oh okay." So when I see stuff like that, like a day ago, I don't tell you anymore.
Oh,
because
really?
I think, "Oh, you saw this already." Yeah. The only thing I don't like about that Spider-Man is like the blue feet type of undersole thing.
Oh no,
but I
I
do
love
like
that.
the head where it's
right out of the comic.
I like the head where it's like slowly coming up on his face.
Yeah, and he's got the 5 o'clock shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's those went for pre-order like a day ago up on Ami, and
you don't like the blue feet? I know it's a nice little touch.
Yeah,
I think they should have used a darker shade of blue.
Yeah,
but I think Mike said he wants me to order one of these, so I'll just order one for one.
The Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I saw that Mezco is going to have a convention, like a Mezcon or something like that.
They had one earlier this year too.
Did they?
Yeah.
Do they usually do like reveals during that?
Oh yeah, very much so. So yeah, actually they did tease something. We could probably talk about it during toy news, but I'd have to look it up again because I can't remember what it is now. But they did definitely tease some new stuff.
What about weird news? Do you have any weird news?
Are we already at weird news already?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Sorry, folks. This show's going to go a little quick tonight because we're all trying to get to bed early.
I didn't prep any toy news because I thought Mike was going to be on by now.
Yeah, me too. So maybe he will be.
But I do have news.
Okay.
Bring this up. All right. So this comes from Kotaku.com. YouTube duo finds $100,000 of vintage games in his abandoned house.
Wow.
So apparently, this guy just was a hoarder, and his house, it's a typical hoarder house, is like in a deplorable condition. But they found a huge collection of factory sealed video games, such as Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, Drakengard for PS2, and the limited edition Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller.
Wow, that's like what?
That's
what was
from
it?
what I understand. That's worth a lot of money.
Someone's collection, or was it just a shipping container or some shit, or what?
I don't really know. I mean, it was a collection it was in the house, but remember, like I said, this house was just it was just absolutely filthy in there. But apparently, I guess the stuff was still in it was still in good condition, and it was all factory sealed and whatnot. And apparently, I guess the reason why this guy was a hoarder is because he lost someone close to him, and that person loved video games a lot.
Okay. And
so he just started hoarding these things because they were important to his friend and whatnot. So there was games like Toomba for PS1, the bad PlayStation 3 port of Bayonetta.
That's cool.
They had PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, Nintendo GameCube games, like F-Zero GX, and stacks of Game Informer magazines. So, but apparently they They took home a total of 100,000, or they found around $100,000 worth of stuff, and they took home 20,000 of it after splitting the fines with 8 other resellers.
Okay.
So apparently, I guess at the end of the second video, a woman named Stephanie provides context about the house and why it had so many video games in it. The property belonged to her uncle and had been in the family house since 1965. When the uncle fell ill in 2019, she helped him move out. And they were clearing out her uncle's house for the past few days. We're just trying to get all of his goodies out. Hopefully we got some good stuff there. And like, I guess when they were in there, see here. They found the place was infested with cockroaches. The one guy thinks he got scabies.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, like I guess the guy's girlfriend or wife or whatever, ended up covered with mouse poo or some shit.
Ew.
Yeah. But they also found Blockbuster branded VHS tapes. And when they got there, they weren't prepared for the condition of the house. So they arrived at the house with no gloves, wearing shorts and casual shoes.
Yeah.
And once they got there and saw the quality of stuff, they were not going to go home and change. Which I don't understand that. I mean, I would have gone home and changed because.
Yeah. What is scabies again? Is that where you get bit by a
scabies are little skin mites.
Oh, mites, right? Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The woman Amy was bitten by a brown recluse spider, and Corbin was pretty sure he got scabies on his leg. Yeah, scabies are like little skin mites that get under your skin, and it becomes very itchy and painful, and it gets all swollen and shit. It's pretty awful.
That does sound terrible.
Yeah, but hey, maybe it was worth $20,000. Who knows?
Maybe.
I don't know. If I would found $100,000 worth of stuff, but I had to dig through, mountains of mouse shit, cockroaches, brown recluse spiders, and scabies, I'd probably go home and get a hazmat suit. But that's just me.
It's like a video game in itself.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Uncharted 5. So,
yeah.
What did I just enter into?
Weird news,
hey,
Brother Kyle.
Everybody.
Weird news.
It's Brother Kyle, everybody. Hi, Brother Kyle.
Hello, then.
Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, I see you needed a third person today.
Well, we were waiting for Mike. He's like 50 minutes late, so yeah, I don't even know if he's joining anymore. But thanks for joining, Kyle.
No problem. Thanks for having me, as always.
Levy was telling a story about how a couple people found $100,000 worth of vintage video games and stuff, but they had to wade through, brown recluse spiders, mouse shit, hoarded piles, and got scabies.
I mean, probably could just download those all on the emulator.
They were they found this stuff in a hoarder's house, and it was the condition of the house was just awful. They weren't prepared for it. They ended up showing up with just like shorts and casual shoes and no gloves or nothing like that. They just said, fuck it, YOLO.
You gotta wear Tyvek stuff.
Yeah.
I used to work for a Serapro, which is like a water damage like cleanup place, and I've seen a lot of hoarders that have water damages that we had to go to, and it's creepy. In fact, the other Serapro, the couple towns over, was actually on an episode of Hoarders doing like the cleanup. One of my friends was on the show. But yeah, it's weird seeing like they just look for places to put, like their microwaves will be like stacked with like old magazines, and just like any open space is just completely gone, and then we have to move all that stuff out to get to the water. It's not fun.
I've been cleaning my parents' house out for the past couple of months now, and they weren't hoarders, but they didn't like throw anything away. They had like paperwork and bills from 20 years ago, and I'm just like, or like they'd have like 6 curling irons in the back of the fucking vanity in the bathroom, like 3 sets of false teeth. I'm like, why are you keeping this?
I'll tell you exactly why. Because your parents are probably. I used to live at my friend's house, and all his siblings were like older. He was like the youngest, of his parents were like older, in like their 70s. And they were the same way. They would not throw anything out. And I really think it's because they grew up in like a time where like, shit was like hard. And they were like just taught like not to ever like get rid of anything that could possibly be useful or worth anything.
Right. Yeah, it was like it's a like my parents grew up in the Depression era. It's like the same thing. Yeah. It's like you didn't have nothing, so you didn't throw it away. But they threw those fucking comic books away, like Action Comics 1, 2, 3, 4. Those they threw away. All that stuff that my dad used.
To them,
when my dad was a kid, he used to have those. No. Yeah, that's what they did back then. The kids read them, they threw them in their back pocket, they traded with them, and they threw them away. But hey, man, at least you have like your paycheck stubs from 1945.
I still get weirded out when people ask for receipts, like copies of their receipts. Like I know if it's like a work thing, that's different. But like, who needs a copy of the receipt anymore? All that shit's just like on your phone or like on your statement. Like it's all electronic. So it's all there. You can access it. It's not like it's gone forever if you don't get your receipt.
Yeah, but it's kind of like what did Dunkin' Donuts do? They had their whole phone app, right? Where you could order through the app and pick it up. Well, there's a lot of old people that don't want to do that, or they don't know how to do that. So they'd have like a kiosk in there instead. Like how McDonald's has the kiosk where you can order stuff on the big touch screen. Yeah. Even that for some old people, that's a little bit of a challenge.
I don't like that just because I am the customer service business. I like the customer service like relationship. I hate like self pay and those kiosk things.
From a consumer point of view, I'll tell you what I don't like, Mr. Customer Service, sir, who works in the industry, sir, is that I pay for some of my credit card. You guys run it and you charge it. Then you make me sign something on top of it. I'm like, why do I have to sign it? There's places that do.
I knew, well, you're, I guess, like, technically supposed to. I stopped doing it during the whole COVID thing because I didn't really want to pass around the same pen between 100 people every day.
Right.
So, and ever since then, I just stopped doing it because I just realized that nobody cares.
Yeah.
Sometimes people do. I had a customer last week actually, like, go in their house and then, like, come running out and, like, chase me into their driveway and, like, made me, like, give them the receipt so they could sign it and give them a copy. Actually, they didn't even want a copy. They just wanted to sign it. But she, like, it was like this younger lady too, and she ran out. She's like, "I need a sign." Like, all right. Nobody in the history of pizza has ever checked a signed receipt. Like there's some kind of like pizza dispute lawsuit. We need to find the receipt.
One of my friends who was a server, he told me that I should always keep a receipt, get a copy of my receipt, because sometimes fishy waiters and waitresses or servers or whatever would add their own tip, they would increase the tip and then redo the total.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that happens.
So there.
I would never.
Would you chase after somebody if they gave you like $1 tip for like a $75 meal?
No.
Nah. You go outside and say, what did I do wrong? Why'd you guys only give me $1?
You clearly need this more than I do.
I make a mental note of those people, and then those people always get pushed back last on the delivery list.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when I used to be a server at Chi-Chi's, back when Chi-Chi's was at the Lehigh Valley Mall.
I remember this. Did you give that place hepatitis, or did you get there after?
Did I give the place hepatitis? Fuck you.
I'm saying were you there before it or after the hepatitis incident? The first one.
Both.
I know there's two.
Both.
There
was a couple. The first time happened when I was in 8th grade, but my mom was working there at the time, and it happened Super Bowl Sunday. And apparently one of the kitchen staff, one of the line cooks, I think, was diagnosed with hepatitis. So like they had to contact everybody that had been in the restaurant that night and had to go get checked out by a doctor, get some sort of like vaccination or inoculation or whatever. I don't know. I remember what it was. And so that was that. But then it happened again when I was working there years later. So,
damn, Olivia.
But yeah, no, the one time I had, it was like, I just started as a server because I originally started there as a busser and then moved up to server. and I was terrible at it. I was terrible at the job. I should have stayed a busser. But anyway, I got a table full of like just these teenage kids, and they paid their bill with small bills and coins and loose change, and they didn't even have enough to cover the bill, let alone a tip. And yeah, so I was out like, I think they were like $10-15 short from the bill itself, so I had to pay that myself.
Like, here's some Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
Yeah, I was so mad.
They actually made you pay. It's like my boss would never make me do that if I got screwed over like that.
Yeah, no, I had to. No, because we had to make sure that our the
like your till was
the cost, the cost of each bill was covered, So that came out of my pocket.
So what do? You just fucking let them go? I mean, like, get in the back.
I didn't. They had already gone.
Oh, they beat you. That sucks.
Yeah, they did the old dine and dash.
Man.
So.
Yep. And yet, I mean, I've never seen it happen, like in our place.
One of my friends tried to pay when I was living in Bethlehem. One of my friends tried to pay the Lehigh Pizza guy in $10 and nickels and dimes, and he was like, "Nah, dude, I'm not, I'm not taking this." He's like, "You gotta take it. It's money." He's like, "No, I don't. I can take this pizza back with me. Is exactly what I can do."
What did he?
Lehigh Pizza used to have a special: two large pies for $10 on the weekend, I think, or the Friday night. And he tried to pay him in nickels and dimes. Yeah, I was saying about the coin shortage stuff. I just cashed in 6,000 some pennies for my parents' place.
Yeah,
they had the old whiskey bottles full of fucking pennies. I was like,
how much did you get?
It was like $67 or something like that, I think it was.
Oh.
6,700 pennies. Yeah, it's crazy.
Shit.
I had to buy burlap bags online just to fucking to bring the shit. I had 3 sacks like I was coming from the bank.
Nice. Here's your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
The burlap sacks cost like $60.
No, they were like $10 or something like that. But
is it true that it costs more money to make a penny than the penny's worth?
I don't know. Maybe.
I hear that, and that's like one of the reasons why they want to take the pennies out of circulation.
They should.
They want to stop.
They should just take change out of circulation. Honestly, like I would gladly just round up everything. I usually do. I do pay with cash a lot. But yeah, like when I do the credit card machines, like they always ask you, "Do you want to auto round up for charity?" I just go, "Yeah."
Oh yeah, I do that all the time.
Fuck that.
It's like. That's like 901. I'm like, that's 99 cents. I don't know.
That's got to be a genius move, because you got to wonder, like they got to be pulling in all sorts of money just from like that roundup donation shit alone.
I'll tell you what that capitalizes on too, because I noticed this a lot when people give me tips on the credit cards. People are fucking obsessed with like making their final total be like a round number.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like so instead of writing just like $5, they'll sit there for like, and people can't do math on the spot, so they take like 2 minutes to and I see them like count on their fingers, so they'll give me like $5.62 just to make their bill be like $10 even.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like a psychological thing, I think. Like with that, people are like, "Oh, I want to round up, so my statement is $11 instead of $10.59."
It is fucking genius.
Yeah.
I always enjoy the fact that you get upset when people put all their money in the right order,
because it's so pointless. No. It's not in the right order, because I do that too. Like I put all my bills 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s. The thing that makes me mad is when I go to the bank and they
cougar ants.
I give it to them like in the right order, but they sit there and they spend 5 minutes making sure all the bills are facing the exact same way. And I remember I said that, no, that's not the order. That's an irrelevant thing. And I asked, I told you guys, I asked the guy one time, I was like, is that like some kind of policy? And he's like, no, like why do you waste my time? Like do that shit on your own time. why are you wasting my time? So I'm sitting here. I gotta go.
Maybe you should do it.
It's so irrelevant.
At a time.
No,
I make sure that my money's in the right direction all my money faces in the right order and the right direction.
That's just dumb. The right order makes sense, honestly. I gotta see all those presidents' faces facing the right way.
I just love that you get upset because of it.
It's a pet peeve.
Do this shit on your own time.
Honestly, it's usually just because I usually stop at the bank like in between deliveries and like while I'm working, so I gotta get in and out.
Maybe it's like a money reader thing when they put the stacks
It's not though.
No?
It doesn't
No?
work like that. No.
You
Nope.
did research on it.
Yeah.
So next time you could come in loaded with ammo of intelligence, so you could say, "Listen, buddy, I know for a fact that model money reader you have right behind you there does not matter if it's upside down or not."
I do know that it used to be. Remember, it used to be like that. Like vending machines, you used to have to put everything facing like up and right. But yeah, it doesn't anymore. Usually, you don't even have to have them face up anymore.
Yeah, you'd have to take them. You have to straighten them out against the fucking change machine. You'd have to make sure they were flat. No bent edges or anything like that. I still remember back in the days they had the trays where you had to put the bill in the tray and then push the tray in until it locked, and then it would give you the change.
There was I don't know what the what do they call it when enough time has passed for a crime? Statute of limitations is on theft. But when I was a kid, I used to work at the hockey rink that I used to work at, and me and the other guy that used to work there, we used to play bubble hockey all of that. We would stay at night till like 2 a.m. and play bubble hockey. But we realized that you can the change machine they had there was so old and shitty that you didn't even have to put in like money. Like we figured out that you could like make like a paper-sized dollar bill and just put it in there and get change.
Yeah, I learned that
one
trick
day
too when I was a kid. It was awesome.
We figured out that you didn't even have to make it fully bill size. You could just literally rip off a piece of paper, like a corner of a piece of paper, and put it in there and get 4 quarters. So we got a lot of free dinners.
We used to go to the library and we used to Xerox 5s, and it was just the one side for a dime or whatever we'd pay to do that. And then we'd go to the car wash at the end of town, and they had the old tray thing, and we used to get like 20 quarters for every $5 paper that we print.
Nice.
And then we go to the arcade. Yeah, that's probably theft. That's theft, I think.
There's no probably in that sentence. That is 100% theft. That's federal theft.
Counterfeiting and then theft on top of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Is that larceny? No. Wait, what's larceny? That's
as much as we took. It might have been. But we did get to play a lot. I mean, they probably made it right back in the bubble hockey machine. So. Yeah, that's what. Anyway, weird news, right?
There was a pizza place that they had Yer Kung Fu, right? And the top control panel was like loose, and all you had to do is unscrew the one screw from like the corner with your hand, and you could reach down and grab like the fucking handful of quarters if you wanted to from the bin, or you could go in there and you could just kind of tap the side and just get as many credits as you want. And we used to do that all the time, and we never understood why the pizza guy would get mad at us, because we were just putting the money right back in it. We were just free games.
One last criminal activity that I used to be involved in.
Confessions, Blackout Michelle confessions.
So at the hockey rink I used to work at, there used to just be like these like, I don't want to be an asshole about it, but like there would always be like the snack bar girls that would work there, and a few of them were like really like just kind of ditzy. So we would go like when we'd order dinner, and we'd go like want to pay for it in cash. So we'd go up to the snack bar girls, and they wouldn't be paying attention. So we'd always just, hey, can we get some change? And we'd give them a 20 and be like, yeah, can I get 2 10s and a 5? And they wouldn't be paying attention. So they would just give us, or you make it even more, you'd be like, yeah, can I get like a 10, 2 5s and 5 1s? And they just give it to you.
Nice.
So we always get like $10, $15 off of our food there. And because then if they catch you, you can just be like, oh, my bad. I misspoke.
So, see, counterfeiter, a thief, and someone who gave the plague to Chi-Chi's. Right, Levy?
Fuck you.
Oh man.
Do you have another weird news story?
I do.
Yay.
I just want to be clear real quick. As an adult, I am not involved in any sort of thievery or criminal activity.
Just like how I, as an adult,
Yeah,
have never
we'll
shit
get
my
you on
pants. All right. So for my second story, this comes from the New York Post. A UK teen had to undergo emergency surgery after an attempt to measure his manhood resulted in him getting a USB cable lodged in his urethra.
Elaborate, please.
So this unnamed 15-year-old boy was, quote unquote, triggered by sexual curiosity and inserted a USB wire into his urethra per a wince-worthy study published in the medical journal Urology Case Report.
Ouch.
So basically what he did was he took the USB cable, right, and folded it in half and stuck the one end inside, the looped end inside, so that the two ends were sticking out. Okay? Problem occurred when the looped end knotted up and he couldn't pull it out.
Fucking far did he stick it in?
I'll show you a picture.
I don't want to see it.
No.
There's a picture.
No, I don't know.
No, it's an
No.
X-ray. It's an X-ray. It's not an action. It's not
right.
like a
Right.
picture.
Okay.
Picture. It's just an X-ray. But you can totally see where he got it knotted up and whatnot, and you'll see why he couldn't get it out.
He didn't have like a tape measure or a ruler later.
You know, you
Dad's
think
toolbox or
like
something?
how normal people fucking do that shit.
Or you couldn't have just just eyeballed it or use something, put something next to it instead of inside of it.
But
What? How?
yeah, you see that big bundle of wire there, like right
Yeah.
above his throat?
Yeah.
That's the knot.
How? Oh my
I don't
God.
know.
Wait. Was this a USB 2.0 or 3.0?
Thunderbolt.
USB-C. It looks like a C, the other end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
they tried all sorts of things. They tried some sort of device that widened his urethra, and they tried to pull it out that way, which I can only imagine how much that probably fucking hurt.
Oh my God.
Couldn't pull it out, obviously, because as you can see from the obstruction there. So they ended up coming to the conclusion that surgery was the only viable means to remove this thing.
Did he stick the plug in his ass? Is that where that is?
No,
He's trying to find a power source.
It's just laying on top, or what? Yeah, it's like
the ends of it aren't inside of him. That's just the laying on
I
him.
thought maybe the plug part was up his ass.
No.
How
He just
thought-
like
thought
I
that-
said, he looks like he folded it in half and stuck the looped end in so that the both ends were sticking out.
So weird.
Oh,
Yeah, isn't it?
People. It's
I like
what's
how he
wrong
thought
with people.
his dick was so long that he would just keep going. Like, oh, it's pretty big, so I'll just keep pushing it in. It's a 6-foot cord.
What
Yeah,
the
so
hell?
they let's see here. Subsequent X-rays reveal that there was a veritable Gordian knot of USB wire inside the teenager, which required surgeons to make an incision in the region between his genitals and anus. So basically, they cut open his taint to yank it out. They pulled the spool. They pulled the spooled end through the hole first, cut it free from the rest of the wire before removing the remaining bits, literally pulling the plug. Thankfully, the boy recovered without incident and was discharged from the hospital the following day. However, he did have to undergo a follow-up scan 2 weeks later and will require monitoring in the future. The monitoring will be stop sticking USB cables up your penis.
Safely unmount device.
Oh, here's another picture. Here's another picture of the actual USB cable once they removed it.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
dude.
What do you have
I
to
didn't
do?
have
Like
to see
when you remove like a cable from your computer, you're supposed to like delete the disk first, or
Safely-
eject disk.
He didn't click the safely remove hardware button.
Yeah.
But how does it get knotted up like that? Look at that.
How does it get in? How does it get in?
Man.
That's like giving yourself a fucking what do they call that?
And that's just a mini USB cable. Look at that. That's just mini USB on the end.
Yeah.
Like my phone from like 10 years ago used that connection.
It must have been from his camera. Oh man, it's like a catheter, right? Just basically he was giving himself like USB catheter. Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
I hope he cleaned it off first before he.
Oh yeah, I don't even want to think about the kind of infection he could have fucking gotten from that.
Computer virus.
Waka waka. Waka waka. But
oh no.
So this last story comes from Lad Bible. Man poos out of penis and ejaculates from bum due to rare condition.
Is there a theme? There's a theme today.
There's always a theme. There's always a theme. Yeah. I always have some sort of genital horror story in weird news. It seems lately.
It started out good with the video games. Then it took a really shitty
and then
turn.
It devolved into debauchery and horror. USB debauchery. So anyway, a man had to seek medical attention after he began suffering from rectal ejaculation, quote unquote. And it took him 2 years to seek out this medical attention. Some of the issues that he had was passing fecal matter in his urine and passing a substantial amount of urine and semen from his anus. But after experiencing for almost a week, he decided to get a doctor's opinion to see what was going on. So what ended up happening was 2 years previously, he had gotten a let me see here. Where is it? Okay, so 2 years previously, the doctors discovered that he had been in a 3-week coma following cocaine and phencyclidine intoxication. And it was during that time that he was fitted with a Foley catheter while he was in the hospital. And what happened was that catheter caused an injury and created a fistula between his rectum and bladder.
Oof.
And do you know what a fistula is?
I do.
Nah.
Yeah, it's basically just an unnatural opening that connects two things in the body that are two cavities that should not be connected.
Right.
It's basically just a hole that allows stuff to pass through that shouldn't be. So he was his shit was going into his bladder, his jizz and piss were going into his ass. And it took him 2 years to get this sorted out. I don't know about you, but the first time I start pissing shit, I'm going to the doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor, this shouldn't be happening.
No. Nope.
So he
like, and they'll be like, so tell me, have you eaten at Chi-Chi's lately?
So he got that all repaired. They called it a joint colorectal and urologic surgical fistula repair, which closed the prostatic fistula.
Yikes.
The journal entry says, repeat VCUG revealed resolution of the fistula, and the patient recovered with only mildly reduced antegrade ejaculatory volume over several months. So basically, he jizzed less for a few months.
You think this might happen to the kid that had the fucking USB shoved up his fucking cock?
It's very similar. I mean, the injury was caused by a catheter. Right. So maybe they should keep an eye on this kid, make sure he doesn't suffer from this problem. So you see, there is a relation between stories in my weird news.
There is.
It's just too bad it couldn't have been the video game story. It's the people putting things into their penis stories.
It's like the Spider-Verse.
Excuse me. Oh. So yeah, that's it for my weird news.
I have an article that my wife wanted me to share with you, Levy.
Oh, okay.
And, I'm sending a link to it right now. If it's from the New York Post. If you like to, it's a very short article. If you want to pick it up.
Now, see, this is relevant because it is the was it National Gorilla Day or something like that today?
Beast Wars.
Oh man, no.
There's video too.
Yeah.
Let me see this video.
Beast Wars.
got
That's
an ad for
just
Staples here.
prime. I'll click on this one. There's a video, an article.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see this here.
What you doing there, big bot?
Oh my god.
We're all gonna die. I gotta get through this stupid ad. You guys can't hear the computer playing, right?
No, I can't hear it. Oh, that's fucking fantastic.
I like how all the kids, they're all going, "Aww."
Oh, that's so great.
So what's the title of the article, Levy?
Gorillas shock onlookers with oral sex show at Bronx Zoo in hilarious video. Oh my god. So apparently some families were at the Bronx Zoo and were at the gorilla exhibit when two gorillas decided to do the horizontal nasty. It's funny because it looked like the one gorilla pushes the other one onto his back and it's just goes to town. Just chows down on that shit. And the one's like spread eagle, the other one's got their ass up in the air.
Wow. Big bot.
Just servicing the other. The other one's like gripping him by the head. That's so fucking great.
Is it just me, or is it just a coincidence that they released a new insignia for the Beast Wars movie coming out?
Is it two gorillas 69ing?
It might
be. Beast Wars.
Oh man,
that's so funny.
Yes.
They say that only we only have like a 4% difference genetically between us and gorillas or chimpanzees or something.
It is a World Gorilla Day. That's what it's called today. Every September 24th. Yep. Yes, it is.
I love gorillas, especially when they do shit like this.
Dicks out for Harambe.
Dicks out for Harambe.
Dicks out for Harambe. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh man! All right.
Well, that kind of shared the same theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess on to toy news. Fans Toys revealed the head of the.
What does everybody want?
Head.
Man.
What are they calling that? What are they calling that figure? The Metroplex, I guess it is, or is it Fort Max?
Is it Hydra?
Fort Max.
Fort Max, the Hooligan. Hooligan, I think it is, right? Is it Hooligan?
Yes, I believe so.
Let me see here.
Yeah, see? Let's see. I think it's called a Hooligan. I think you get a bunch of hooligans.
No, Hannibal.
Hannibal, that's it.
Yeah. That's all you guys are fucking talking about today. I was so excited. I found those Star Wars figures and I threw them in the chat and I just like right in the middle of all your Hannibal talk. Nobody gave a shit.
Fuck Star Wars. Fans Toys has a new figure up. Oh, say, am I the only person that did not order that today?
No, I didn't.
I also did not.
Oh, okay.
I did not. I never had any intention to get the 4-packs. I don't need to be spending that much money. I did that for Omega Supreme, but yeah.
I was just saying, like, as far as my collection goes, I have that generation's format. I actually got that off you, Jed. That's fine. I'm fine with that as my Fort Max in my collection.
That was the Ollie's Horde that I got.
That's right.
Way back when. What was it going for? The head.
I'm not sure.
Do something?
200?
Yeah. It's crazy.
How big is just the head though? Like, is it just like basically like carbot sized, or I hope it's bigger than that.
I have no idea.
Is this thing now where people would it's just, we're just going to be doing $250 for everything? Because they're just going to like toss a bunch of cheap accessories in there and be like, oh, what's the accessories?
Probably. That's the way to go.
Yeah, the pre-order sold out already, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
The thing that bothers me about selling this separately is, what if you miss out on one of the parts. Like, so they're selling the head separate, and then they sell half the body, and then the other half later.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you miss out on any one of those things?
Guess you're hitting eBay or Macari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paying for being late.
That is fucking insane. But
Yeah, it is.
People work, they have lives, so they can very easily miss when the pre-order goes up.
Oh yeah.
And it's just, I'm glad that I decided I was not going in on this.
Right.
Because there's no guarantee you're going to be able to complete it. There's no guarantee.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Absolutely.
that's the game you play with third-party figures nowadays.
Yeah.
Even commercials, regular, normal, like Hasbro stuff. They put on Pulse. They announce stuff at like 1:00. Hey, it's up. Go get it.
Yep.
They're like, fuck. I'm working. Nope. Too bad. Ain't getting it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the shitty end of the fucking stick for the consumer on that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at least like that kind of stuff usually isn't like what Levy was saying, like a set. Like if I miss like a Star Wars figure, like it's not going to be half of another Star Wars figure that I might or may not get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Typically they're standalone figures, not like a part of a figure.
Yeah. I remember when I was going through my whole year-long hunt to try to find all the Play Arts Kai Final Fantasy stuff. I was, it was like some stuff was really expensive, some stuff wasn't, and some stuff I was lucky enough to get on like auctions on eBay. But it took a while to like hunt stuff down to find everything. And that's just because I started late with my, collecting. And then I was like, oh, look at all these figures from like 8 years ago. I want to get those too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this stuff, now it's, and I don't know, I think this whole thing's going to eventually wear off. Hey, let's all pre-order fans toys so we can turn around and sell it.
Yeah,
I think,
it's already not great for me.
No offense, Kyle. I'm not targeting you or anything like that. I'm just saying in general, for people who want to just buy to flip and not own at all, I think it's they're going to see that money making isn't going to pan out, for everything all the time.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if I need to just wait longer to put these things up or what. But
well,
if not,
was it Nate? I think was it Nate said maybe they're still available on other sites.
I think so. Yeah.
So
I think
once that,
sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say once they're not available, then then you'll see the price creep up.
Because my price wasn't. I mean, I did put it up for like a little bit more, like kind of crazy price, but I dropped it like recently. At some point, like I'm just kind of thinking like, if I'm at the point where I'm just like, can I just get my money back? Like they have been paid for 6 months already. Like I'm already not missing that money. Like at what point do I just be like, fuck it, I might as well just keep them.
Games like that's a patience game. You gotta wait like a good 6 months to a year before you can see any type of like positive return on things like that.
Sure. That wouldn't be the worst. It wouldn't be that bad.
Unless there's a ravenous fucking demand for them, like G.I. Joe stuff. Like, before they started coming out, the people just, I want it. I don't care how much it is. And they just pay whatever. That's when you start seeing like, those prices, or like the Dinobots, for fan toys.
Right.
This is crazy. That's probably the craziest, price kick up.
You think because it's a reissue, people are just like, well, fuck it, I'll just wait till they do the next reissue?
Maybe.
Because I mean,
that's where when they reissue stuff, because I heard a rumor a while ago they were going to reissue the Dinobots, but that's where you
colors, right?
Yeah, or something. That's where you're going to start seeing like people selling stuff like in auctions on eBay and stuff. That's going to totally drop the price because now you have availability of your supply and demand.
Sure. And
more supply, less demand.
Worst case scenario is I'll have the 3 Fans Toys Decepticons, and that's not a terrible thing.
I think worst case scenario, you get your money back, no problem.
Sure, but like I said, like at that point, I might just be like, if it's like a year down the line, I just be like, maybe I'll just keep it.
Unless nobody's buying them and they suddenly have a fucking sale on them for like half price, and then you're like, fuck. Then you're like, oh, guess I'm keeping. Or you can sell the Nate. Just sell them the Nate, he'll buy them.
Yeah. I mean, if they get crazy expensive, and I do decide to open them, like I would probably be able to sell like the open ones for at least the cost.
Don't see too much of a price difference anymore between box and unboxed stuff when it comes to that.
No.
Third party. Now, if it's like a Figma, or if it's a Player Sky or anything else like that. But I think a third party transform, I think people don't really care too much as long as everything's there and it's in good shape.
Especially if I keep the boxes.
Less shipping. Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, there's people out there trying to sell fucking boxes for like $100, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Or just hey, there he is.
Man.
Hour and a half later than I thought you'd be. I totally would have lost that bet.
Yeah, but you didn't think I was going to be like right on time. Like if I say 9 o'clock, you're thinking what, 9:30?
Yeah, 9:22.
9:22. It's a lot of analytics going on there, man.
Yeah, and gas. Take a piss.
Right. I did.
How's your setup? Did you get everything done?
No, not even close. No, our only objective tonight was just to kind of get everything loaded in and get the cubes built and the stands kind of half-ass put up. So tomorrow, the couple of first hours would just be like organizing everything and kind of getting everything in place.
Are you still using those big, long light extension poles, or did you get like a whole grid frame for your stuff now?
I got both. Like I'm going to put like the shirts above, and then I'm going to put the cubes kind of below. And I'm going to put a bunch of the older designs down in the cubes with, with just the picture of the logo on the door. And then all the newer designs and stuff I'm going to put up on the rack above it.
Nice. Mike Kincaid, everybody, by the way. Mike Kincaid.
What's up?
Hey.
Mike Kincaid, everybody.
I don't know if you even remember, but the DC, my display in DC, like I had every shirt I had hanging from that rack, and it was like totally in a U in the middle. Like,
oh yeah, I remember that.
If you would have breathed on it, it would have fell across the walkway and knocked over like half of Brandon's display, and we probably wouldn't be friends anymore.
You got to get one of those watch line holders that extend, the telescopic, and they just kind of like hold it up.
Yeah, right, yeah. Yep.
Hey, maybe I can put my Fans Toys Decepticons on Mike's table tomorrow.
There you go.
Yeah, throw them on. I got a couple toys that I'm gonna have on there, so yeah, come throw them on there if you want.
$800.
People will be like,
people will be like,
dude, they'll be like, somebody talking to his boy and be like, yeah, the dickhead over there, right there, the emo looking douche is asking $800 for those Insecticons. With a free Chuck Norris t-shirt. Like that's gonna put him over the top, Well, I was thinking about it, but then I saw that you were offering a free Chuck Norris t-shirt.
Buy this Chuck Norris t-shirt for $800. Get some free Insecticons.
Get the Insecticons. Dude, Kyle, I'll put up a t-shirt for that. Let's just $800 shirt with these free Insecticons. I love it. Let's just make it $820. That way we could both make out.
There you go.
See, if I wouldn't open my Black and Shout original t-shirt, I probably would sell that for $800 too.
Yeah, right.
Mint and sealed peel.
Mint and sealed peel with the slash cigarette. Imagine those are your two prized possessions: the slash cigarette and a Blackout and Shout t-shirt.
Unopened, still plastic wrap.
Still no, yeah, right.
Oh,
dude, my whole display always smells like it smells like a vinegar bomb went off in there. Cause like there's some weird dude. If you ever next time you when you come down tomorrow, man, I'll leave one in the bag and I'll crack the bag open and you'll be like, dude.
Hey,
that's the
Mike,
right?
I don't know what it is. It has to do with, must have to do with something with printing and shit. But I work at a print shop and I never smell anything. I smell like vinegar.
I thought they
So
they started using like organic based inks or something like that, and that was one of the smells or something. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
It goes away after a wash, in case anybody was worried about it. Wanted to order a Chuck Norris shirt on dragonstarshop.com.
The smell doesn't go away.
The smell will never go away from your soul.
Mike.
Yes. Levy. Is that Levy? Hey, Levy.
Yeah.
That's Levy.
I said hi before. I took the liberty of ordering a Mafex Black Suit Spider-Man for you.
Yeah, I thought we were in on that already.
No, that just came with pre-order.
I thought didn't they tease it a while ago? Because I feel like me and my brother Kyle.
Yeah, they revealed it, but it only went up for pre-order like yesterday.
Yeah, I'm in. That thing looks good, man.
Yes, I took the liberty of ordering one for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you missed a rocking good weird
Wow, did you guys already get through that already?
We're on toy news.
Oh, this is awesome, dude. I actually made a joke on the way out. I said, watch, I'm going to roll in for Q&A.
You started toy news.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you know what? It took a little, they gave us an extra hour. Like they said it was 7. And if it was only 7 o'clock, I would have had time to basically like dump my shit on the floor and walk out. But it ended up being until 8. And then took a rip in the parking lot. And then we had to eat something on the way home. And then, it's been a long 2 weeks, man. It's been a long, busy 2 weeks.
Yeah, I bet.
So I'm sorry. I couldn't get here earlier, but I figured you guys would have it nailed down.
I stepped in.
This started with the Fort Max fan toys.
Yeah. How about that? You know what? I thought that was going to get swept under the carpet and just kind of become one of those things that we never see or hear again. But that was a pleasant surprise. Blitz. I didn't see nothing about Blitzwing.
I'm saying like the Blitzwing.
Oh, like the Blitz. Yes, like the Blitzwing. Yeah, right. Exactly. Like, yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for that shit, man. That's gonna be kind of cool. What was did you guys talk about the base that he went in? Was that like just kind of like they were just representing like Fortress Maximus's neck or some shit? Or was that like some sort of weird base that comes with him? Just in case they never come out with the rest of them. And he's just like, hey, here's this head. Here's a place to put your head.
Head on a platter.
Which I would definitely get anyway. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know if you talked about that or not.
No, I didn't talk about the base.
Levy brought up a really good point about like how quickly like the pre-orders went out and how it really kind of sucks if you're selling the thing in pieces. How if you can't get a hold of one of the pieces, like you're just like really fucked.
That is a good point. The only thing I would hope that you'd be able to count on there is like, who's gonna get one or the other. Well, I could see more people getting the Cerebros and not even worrying about Fort Max. Like, all right, I don't have a place for this 4-foot robot, but I'll have a place for Cerebros to put on the rest of the Headmaster's shelf, just by himself.
Is that how tall he's going to be? Is 4 foot tall?
He's going to be, I think I saw 47.5 inches or some shit. Jesus. Or 40, or is it 42.5? It was definitely in the 40-inch range. It was somewhere in the 40-inch range for guaranteed. Yeah.
And how tall was Unicron?
27. And that was a deceiving 27 because they counted the extra like 2 inches that his horns went up. So to the top of his head, he was really only like 25 and a half. So 42, man, that's a big. And then you got to wonder, like, if they're going to do a Grand Max. I don't want to look too far ahead, but
we'll have to pull out a USB cord to measure this thing.
Wow,
that was a callback from earlier, Mike. You can see the picture.
That was a good callback.
Yeah.
Some stupid fucking kid tried to measure his dick with a USB cable inside his dick.
Not by putting it next to it to see how long it is, but by putting it inside of it.
Right. Now you
do you guys feel like the whole measuring thing? You think that was like an excuse that he kind of like half-ass came up with after? Yeah,
I'm sure.
What? Because he thinks that he just wanted to put a USB cord in his dick, like that was just
I don't know.
I think
People
so.
do all kinds of weird
I don't
shit.
know.
Chad,
I
you
feel like
removed the picture of what
The
it looked
bloody
like after they
picture?
pulled it out of him.
Yeah, I remember the
no,
bloody
I'm good
picture.
there. Nah, yeah, I'm good
look
there.
Up, there's the
Did you
X-ray.
delete it?
The X-ray.
Yeah, I
I'm
did.
looking at the X-ray right now.
Okay, yeah.
I just can't even. I don't even think like how I could even get a USB cord in my pee hole. Like seriously, what end did you put in first?
Well, you see that the whole knotted section there.
Yeah.
That's why they couldn't pull it out.
He folded it up.
Oh my god!
They had to cut open his taint.
Why?
Mike,
Yeah.
they had to cut open his taint, reach inside, grab that knotted end, cut it off, and then pull the rest of it out.
Ugh.
Yeah, you know.
On a happier note, under that is a video of a gorilla blowing another gorilla.
In full view of zoo goers.
I'm gonna tell you something. Like I don't know, man. I can't think of. That's horrible. Why would anybody do that?
I don't know.
I'll get to the gorilla picture in a second. That's like a train wreck, though. That's like it's hard to not it's hard to look away.
I can show you the picture of what it looked like after they pulled it out.
No.
It's really not bad.
Levy, listen. You're fucking dancing. You're dancing on the fault line right now, Levy.
Actually.
Levy.
Nah, it's fucking.
I mean, look at that knotted section. Like, how does that get like that?
I don't know, dude. The most.
There we go.
Yeah. Thank you,
That's how it gets like that.
what's the? All right. Well, let me. While we're on that subject, real quick, since we're. What's the most dangerous thing y'all ever did with your dick?
Not that. Definitely not that.
I forget her name. Look at the monkeys, dude. That's fucking excellent. It's a video. If you click on it's a video of it. Yeah,
there's video. You need to watch that video, dude.
All right, hang on. I'm clicking on it right now.
And like I said earlier, Mike, it is World Gorilla Day today, so
it is World Gorilla Day. Yeah, I was well aware. Let me. All right, I'm playing it right now. Hang on.
Yeah,
let's get the full screen
for the ads.
Beast Wars.
Oh shit! Did you guys hear that?
For the 25th year celebration.
Jed, you should dub in "Let's Get It On."
Does dub in the Beast Wars theme.
Let's get it on.
All right, here we go. Yep, they're kind of like, oh, the second one's laying down a little bit, and they're.
Did you hear? Are you listening with the sound where all the viewers are at first are like, oh.
Look at the one on the bottom is thrusting.
Bestiality Wars.
That's great. You know what? I would do the same goddamn thing, man. Oh, he's done quick. Must
have been a good blowjob.
I was gonna say the one that was doing the blowing must have had a party going on in her mouth. I hope. I don't know. I didn't check the plumbing on the one that was doing the blowing. Was it a female?
They must have had lots of practice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Ain't that the truth though? Like when you're younger and you're getting the Hummer, you're just like you're so and it's a good one. You're like, oh, I can't believe how good this is. And then when you get older, you're like, wow, I wonder how many times she had to do this before me to get this good.
37.
I was just thinking
37. Yeah, right.
Try not to suck any dick.
Try not to suck any dick. Yeah, right.
Hey, get back here.
Yeah, man.
So the Fort Max.
Yeah, Fort Max. Like every fourth or fifth episode is going to be like something.
So you're gonna have Fort Max fucking head on a plate, and then you're gonna have the Grand Max head on the plate. You're just gonna have two heads on plates in your fucking display.
They'll each get their own detolf shelf too.
Is Fort Max going to come out before Virtus, you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah. 100%.
They both come with plates.
It's comical at this point, isn't it, Jed? Like, I know you want it, but it is comical.
It's like in my head, I keep seeing the fucking Spider-Man scene with fucking William Dafoe. Back to formula. Back to formula. Just fucking smashing the guy through the glass.
It'd be funny if at the con bar, like we're just like walking down and some guy at some table is selling your Virtus. Somehow.
Well, you know what the icing on the cake is going to be is that like, so you're getting yours from Chosen Prime, and I've noticed that like different online vendors get different things at different times, like before or after each other, and you know that particular release, TCP is going to get it like fucking months after.
Everybody like, oh, this Virtus is awesome! I can't believe we waited this long for such a great figure. And I'm there. Fucking rolling my thumbs, looking up in the air.
Jed, it could be worse. It could be like you get them 3 months after everyone else does, and you see 3 months of everybody just telling you how much of a piece of fucking shit.
Yeah. Yeah. This fucking goes with lock shit piece fucking right next to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or they ship it and it gets lost in the fucking mail.
Right.
FedEx has it at their facility right now. You have to. Oh no, we lost it.
I see a Jed What If episode where he's like Doctor Strange, and they just show him casting the spell over and over again to go back in time to try to get the Virtus, and like nothing works.
I thought you were going to say
times later.
I thought you were going to say like a What If where I pre-ordered it and I got it like 2 weeks later, and I was very happy, and that was it.
It'd be a 2-minute episode. We should do that. That's another one, man. That's gold. Let's put that shit down. The people that it will be one of those, like, it'll be a niche video, you know, like if you know, man, and if you don't, it's going to be so fucking unfunny. But with the date, standing there with the Virtus and today's newspaper, and it's like 3 years ago.
Yeah, they showed the updated colors on that, along with the faces and everything else, all the other accessories, as well as the salad plate in the back. And that last picture,
I'll tell you what, the last picture, that one that you're referring to, that one kind of got me pretty hyped on it because it looks fucking good, man. I think it looks really good.
The only thing that wouldn't make it like great is the chest.
If you had it.
If I had it. If it was actually real and tangible and not a render. Wow, these renders are getting really good.
Yeah, they are. I'm sorry to cut you off. The thing that would have put it over the top is
the chest, the colors of the chest. They should have actually had it the vents in more in the front instead of just trying to paint it and make it look like that.
Yeah, I can agree.
The original render design, they had it where it actually was receded inward, like probably about a centimeter, and it was like you could see like the dark. Now they're just kind of like trying to fake it. Actually, not even fake it. They just fucking painted it green. So yeah, I can agree with you there. I can agree with you there for sure. But outside of that, it's pretty sweet looking. Yeah, hopefully it's fucking. But not a big fucking mess or a piece of shit. Yeah. Even if it is, I'll fucking super glue that shit together and just put it on the shelf and be happy.
Post it in every group and just tell everyone how awesome it is when you know it sucks and everyone else knows it sucks. This guy's a Virtus apologist.
But look at the colors. They're perfect.
Yeah.
And I get a little figure and a salad plate.
Do a video and like the arm, it just fall off of it and shit. What the fuck? You did a review on something and there's a piece. What was the Cosmos?
Yeah, Cosmos.
And the piece popped off. He didn't say nothing about it. He just went and grabbed it.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty good. You should repost it. That was actually a pretty funny review, man.
That was when I was parodying fucking Bobby, and I was putting the tattoos in the back of my hands, and I said fucking this space for rent.
Advertise here, yeah. Jesus Christ, he's grabbing all the beer cans and shit.
Yeah, that was back when I was drinking a long time ago.
Yeah.
So what else came out these past 2 weeks in toy news? Oh,
all the Transbots, cranes and fire engines.
Do you know what, Levy? I totally forgot about during the hauls. I got that Deformation Space Starscream. That's what I forgot to mention. I got yours here sitting at the house too.
Yeah,
Where'd you get yours from?
From Terry's TF Club.
Oh, dude, if does Levy really not want that? I'll cancel the fuck out of my pre-order right now. Just grab that.
He wants it, don't you, Levy?
No.
Did you really get a second one, Jed?
Yeah, I bought one for Levy.
Oh my God, Levy, dude, I think you're gonna want it, man.
I think you should take it, but if you really, really are adamant about not taking it, bring that shit tomorrow, and I'll take it off.
Bring that shit to me, man. Shout out to Zorano.
I can't take it, man.
Why?
Just put a $6,000 roof on my house.
Oh, that's nothing. Could have been a $12,000 roof.
Yeah.
That's petty cash.
I'm very thankful that it wasn't.
Petty cash.
That's petty cash when it comes to roofs. Roofs are like 20 grand.
Roofs.
Yeah, roofs. Meanwhile, he's pre-ordering fucking Mayfix Spider-Mans.
And they're not coming out until next year.
I think, Jed, you should just put the Starscream in a vault for when Levy is ready for it.
How about we do a payment plan, Levy? Give me 20 a month, and I'll give you the figure next time I see you. Put like a layaway, but you actually get to have it. What do they call it?
Dude, $1 a day. $1 a day, Levy.
You really want me to have this figure, don't you?
Balloon payment at the end, you know.
Jed, what did that? You got them real cheap. What did that end up costing you?
$140.
$140, dude. If you pay him $1 a day, Levy, you could have that in. What is 140 divided by 30? About Well, that was much simpler math, Jed. Yeah, we'll go with that. 140 days.
I'll tell you what,
4.5 months.
Bring it tomorrow, and then I'll keep mine on pre-order for Levy, just in case.
That's a good idea.
Me when Kyle's over here, like, I'll give you 150.
I'll trade you half of a Fancy Toys Decepticon.
Do I get the shirt? I need the Truck Norris shirt.
Truck Norris shirt. Yeah, right. Look at the shirt and I'll just throw it right in the trash.
Thanks for reminding me about those. What do I need? I need the wrap pre-order right now.
Is he talking to us or himself?
All four of us.
Oh, what do you need?
No, I forgot to order the X-Transbots grapple.
Oh,
so I'm doing that right now.
What would you forget to pre-order?
The grapple, the X-Transbots. Is it grapple? The yellow one, the one I need.
Yeah, grapple.
The one I was gonna buy the KO Takara one, but I feel like it would be cooler to have a different model of it.
Levy?
Yeah.
Do you want Deformation Space Starscream?
No.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I'm going to bring $140 with me tomorrow just in case.
I'll bring with then, Kyle, tomorrow. I'll give it to you.
All right, cool. I'm not going to cancel my pre-order. So.
It's still in the box. I didn't even open it, so I don't even know if it's fucking smashed in pieces or not, but you could open it while we're there if you want, but that's how I got it. Mine was fine.
I feel like
the box was dented a little bit.
I already have like a huge haul that I'm bringing home with me tomorrow without even buying anything at the actual place.
Yeah, Mike has all the stuff at his house that he has to bring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Box and the tube and the
I'm looking at it right now.
The Megatron too, right? When you got from
Megatron.
Oh right, yeah, the Megatron in the Ami box. Yep.
Shit, did I pre-order Spike yet? I pre-ordered so much from X-Transbots, I don't even know what I missed.
So Deformation Space, really awesome.
Yes.
I did not transform it because I watched Bobby's video transforming it, and I was like, you know what? I think I'll just leave it in fucking robot mode for now. Maybe one day I'll venture into that. It looked almost as bad as Sunstreaker, so I was just like, I'll just leave it like this for now.
It looked worse than Sunstreaker, to be honest with you. Like Sunstreaker was tough, but all in all, I kind of thought it was a pretty creative transformation, even though it was like kind of complicated. But that Starscream one just looked. Oh, and no, it wasn't just Bobby. It was a.
No, I'm talking about not the official Sunstreaker. The shit. What's the company that did it? Was it MMC?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, the Batcube one. Yeah. Anyway, the only thing, Kyle, is that the guns the null rays, they do not fit into the arms. You gotta like put something on the end, like maybe some like oil or something, and like go and like work it in there, and it still looks like you're gonna stress the fuck out of it if you keep twisting it. So
maybe I just like sand it down or shape it down or something.
Yeah, you're better off you making the hole bigger or yeah, because they fit in the wing kind of okay, but like from what I understand, but like in the arm, man, it was a pain in the ass getting it in there. It's the only thing. Everything else is awesome.
Nice.
I didn't have any tension issues and nothing like that. It was all perfect from at least mine anyway. But yeah, Mike, that's definitely like a upgrade from MIG Toys.
Yeah. It just, I mean, like sight unseen, at least in person yet, but just looking at pictures of it and shit, and
yeah,
it just looks so good, man.
It is. It's really nice.
Okay, I did pre-order X-Transbot Spike. Ready? Nice. All right, cool.
What, the Autobot Spike?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't remember if I did or not. My whole pre-order list from the Chosen Prime is basically just X-Transbots.
Like I said,
no fans toys?
And I have one NECA toy in there.
Gargoyle.
No, it's the Halloween Loomis and Michael Myers 2-pack.
Like I said, you guys are fucking collecting renders at this point. You wait. You'll see. 3 years from now, maybe you'll get it.
I wanted to actually ask you guys about that, and I wanted to ask you guys anyway, but I'm glad I'm on the show for it. But do you think X-Transbots is just like crazily overstaying themselves right now? Like, are these things actually ever going to happen?
I think they're going to happen, but the only thing that's concerning is that the reason that Cup was shit was because they used another factory. Because they had so much stuff going on that they had to like outsource it. So
allegedly.
Well, I guess. But the point is that if that indeed is what was happening, they better have that shit squared away, because I can't imagine them being able to do everything that they've been putting out on the dates that they've been putting out using only one factory, just based on what we know from like, past companies and their release, like how many releases they would do a year. They're going to put out a robot a month, probably more than that. Allegedly. If you look at what they have on pre-order. Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, right. It's true, man. So we'll see, dude,
4 years later, you guys would be like, where's my X-Transbot pre-order shit that I put down?
Man, this dude is salty over this Virtus, man. He is
I should have got Saltus.
He should have got Saltus. Yeah, right.
What else happened in the world of toys?
I'm getting that Art Fire. I'm getting the Art Fire out of those four.
Every time ever since you told me about the wife beater thing, I still fucking see it everywhere.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't unsee it. The wife beater and Chucks, I can't unsee it either.
That's okay, Kyle. I was telling Levy earlier that his Magneto has blackface.
Oh, the Mayfax one? Did you finally get that, Levy? Levy?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah. I got it. It's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, really?
Except for
mine? Yeah.
Except for the blackface.
Oh, the blackface, yeah.
Except for the blackface. He's ruined that figure for me, that head sculpt for me now. I can't ever look at that thing without thinking that's like Age of Racism Magneto.
Wait, what face are you were talking about here?
Take a picture of it, Levy.
The Mayfex Age of Apocalypse Magneto comes with two helmeted head sculpts.
Age of Racism Magneto.
The one has the face that's just completely in shadow. You just see the white eyes.
Right.
So now Jed's saying that that's Magneto in blackface.
Hold on, I got it right here.
Yeah, I got to see this.
I had the same problem with mine that I have with every single one of my Mayfex that comes with a wire cape, where one of the sides is not plugged in. Like the wire isn't plugged into where it's supposed to be plugged into.
It is, man. It's like old, like Magneto showed up in one of them old school Bugs Bunny cartoons, and like the stick of dynamite blew up.
Mammy, Professor X, mammy.
Man, Charles.
Charles, what are you doing up there, Charles?
Charles, put the stick of dynamite down, Charles. Charles, it's 2021, Charles, not 1930 anymore.
Okay, Levy, here. Think of him as Magneto the Drow. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
You can think whatever you want to.
White hair, black
Got the
face.
hair, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, one of my cape sides. Every time I get a Mafex, one of my cape sides is never plugged in, so it like kind of makes the whole wired cape thing worthless when it's not anchored to a. Point.
No. Yeah, my Infinity War Thor was kind of like that, so I kind of just glued the cape down.
Yeah, I guess I could do that. I was able to get the Batman. I think I was able to find the little hole in the plastic and plug it back in, but you can't really see the hole. And Magneto has that thing around its neck, so you can't really get into it. Yeah, I guess some glue would be fine. We still on Fort Max?
So toy news, right?
Well, the Mafex Black Suit Spider-Man came out, and they also showed the animated series Joker, which looks pretty cool, which I'm not going to get, but it looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, I ordered the Joker.
I figured you would. That's awesome.
Oh, Jaggy's supposed to be coming out next month.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent, Smithers.
It's supposed to be this month, but they pushed it back a month, so.
I don't know if anything else came out that I can think of. I haven't really been paying attention the last couple weeks, honestly.
What other news we got, Mike? Any other toy news we got?
That's all I could think of. But like I said, I haven't really.
Levy.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Let's take a look. Got a few questions this time.
I got a question for you. All right, here we go. Let's say you're sitting and you're taking a shit. It's the worst fucking shit ever, right? Messiest fucking shit, right? And suddenly, a fucking snake crawls into the bathroom. Do you take the time to wipe your ass before you get out of that fucking bathroom? Or do you just jump up and fucking run?
Nope. I do what I got to do to get to safety, and whatever happens between my ass cheeks happens, and and it's disgusting, and I don't like any bit of it, but instinct takes over there, Jed.
That's when you do the fucking parkour onto the counter, the bathtub, and down the stairs, right?
Fuck yeah, I've done it for less than a snake, if you want me to be honest with you.
Spider.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit. Well, no, not a spider, but a 1,000-legger would have me moving. I don't know if it would have me moving with my ass all shitted up. It all depends. Yeah, that's a tough one. A snake, definitely.
Factors. It depends on what kind of snake it is, if you can identify it, and it also depends on what kind of shit you're taking.
Well, I think the snake, the species of snake is more important.
If I hear a rattle, I'm out.
Or even
like a cobra.
Forget that even that is a snake. Just like the fact that whatever the danger level of the animal is, whether it's a snake or a fucking scorpion or anything that could
where does the 1,000-legger rate on the danger level of animals?
Also,
like a 6.5, dude. Like 6.5.
Indigenous Allentown scorpions. Always seeing those scorpions around town.
1,000-legger danger level.
Oh, hey, Levy.
What's that?
Hey, Levy, what's up?
No, I was gonna say it depends on the species of snake, because if it's not venomous, I'm fine with it.
Cobra.
A cobra.
Is it a venomous cobra?
I'm getting the fuck out of there, because that could kill me.
Spitting cobra just shoots venom right at you.
Yeah, right in my eyes. Oh, my eyes! I'm not supposed to get venom in it.
It bit me in the eye.
Venom?
One poison eye.
One poison eye.
Yeah.
I am charmer of one cobra.
Sorry.
All right. So on to questions from listeners. First one comes from Chris Bishop, and he says, How does one socially distant share rips?
Zoom.
Does he mean
Oh,
rips
man.
from dong?
On Zoom.
Yeah. Well, now let's not play stupid here, Levy. Socially distance rips, man. Because there's no, I was thinking like, well, you could just take a rip and blow it out, and then the other guy could run through it, like how you put cologne on and shit. You don't spray it right on you. You like spritz it and then you go through it, so you don't smell like an old man.
How about a hookah?
A hookah, yes, a hookah could do it. A hookah could do it. That's a way better answer than mine.
Just run through it like cologne.
Just run through it like
Just trying to
You can just enjoy edibles.
That's true. I used to have a hookah back in the day.
I was very
Actually,
tempted to eat a whole brownie tonight, but since Mike wasn't going to be on right away,
you had the perfect weird news for it.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
brother Kyle chop liver or what?
Well, I didn't know he was going to be on for one thing.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, I
What's up,
kind of
Kyle?
I got home early and I kind of spontaneously.
Well, good, because I'm glad you did, because I didn't know how long I was going to be. I didn't think I was going to be as long as I
Yeah.
was.
He just hoarded his way on the podcast as always.
Yo, got any more of them podcasts?
You got any more of them podcasts? Yeah, right. Yeah.
I still got to practice putting on my fucking Jedi.
All right. So
Sleep in it.
next question.
Sleep in it, Kyle, so it's more authentic when you get there tomorrow.
It's already going to be unauthentic because it's going to smell. It's been sitting in a box for fucking 6 months, so it's going to smell like Old Spice body spray.
Vinegar.
Vinegar. Yeah. Wear one of them shirts underneath that so you can get the whole like array, the whole spectrum of smell. And then it's like Oaks. It's like the RetroCon is like right outside I swear to Christ, there's like a fucking water treatment plant like on the next block. So the whole outside it smells like a fucking toilet out there.
It's called the Perkiomen River because I used to live right up there. Yeah, it sucks.
Is that where you lived, right down that way?
I lived right across the street and up the road. Yeah, like literally like half a mile away from there.
Oh shit.
Speaking of, I got to find out how long it's going to take for me to get there. Plan my day out.
45 minutes maybe, if you're lucky. Me, it's gonna take me about 2 hours, 10 minutes.
What's it called? The Philadelphia Expo?
Damn, 2 hours. Yeah, that's right. Because you're up. Yeah, holy fuck, that's a fucking haul for you, man. A little bit of a haul.
The other way on 422 to get there.
36 minutes it's going to take me. That's not that bad.
Yeah.
Where is it at?
Oaks.
Greater Philadelphia Expo Center.
Oaks is about 8 miles outside of King of Prussia.
Oh, okay.
I've never been.
I'll tell you what.
This is my first time. RetroCon.
All right.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited to for you to see it, because it's a good time, man.
Yeah,
it's a fun one.
It is good.
And I like, don't get me wrong, I love TFCon. It is my favorite and shit, but it's kind of cool that this one is just like a little touch of everything, and it's all shit that we're into.
Well, the cool thing about TFCon is that people I don't think everybody from all around the country is going to be flying to come see RetroCon.
Right, yeah.
So I'm not going to have as many people there. I mean, you guys will be there, but...
Well, Chris will be there, Chris Bishop, and Jason Lowry.
Oh, really?
Jason Lowry,
Yeah.
He'll be there.
Yeah, there's going to be
Does Agabus have it?
Gort will probably be there.
Nice.
No, I don't think Agabus does RetroCon, actually.
There's not any like
Transformers thing mostly.
Is Tony doing a table this year?
he said he's going to be there, but I don't know that he's selling anything. I can't remember if he said he was like having a table or not, but he said he's definitely going to be there. So listen to this one. This is funny. Tony told me that he's bringing me. So the whole thing with him and Rick Roberts. Remember how I told you that like Rick Roberts fucking was giving him a hard time and shit?
Yeah.
So that was supposedly over this batch of Toy World. Remember the Toy World Dinobot combiner?
Yes.
So it was apparently over that, and he still has the Dinobots, the 5 Dinobots. So he told me he's going to give them to me tomorrow, and I could do whatever I want with them on my channel. he goes, you can do whatever you want with them. Like, for instance, if you wanted to just put them in a box and light them on fire. So We'll see when I get to one of them weeks where I feel like I want to poke the badger, and then we'll figure out what to do with these autobots. I want to play with them for a little bit though, and get my money's worth out of them. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, Tony's probably going to be there.
Cool. And Candace will be there.
Yeah, a
lot of people there, Kyle.
Yeah, didn't you say? I thought you said that she worked. I thought you said that she works this thing.
She's working the whole weekend, I think.
Yeah, that's cool. I never got a chance to meet her. She seems like a cool chick. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that's going to be going for the first time that I haven't like met yet. But a lot of familiar faces. You'll see. What's that?
William Kitt will be there.
Who and who?
William Kitt, Greatest American Hero.
William
The
Cat.
guy
He is. Yeah. I saw that.
Kit Kat, whatever.
The guy who voices Space Ghost is going to be there.
Walking on it.
Never thought it could be so Crambo.
Who's
the guy who
Go ahead, Kyle.
The guy who voices Space Ghost. That's what I was saying.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, George Lowe.
And God damn it, who does Bumblebee? Dan. What's his name?
Dan Gilvezan.
Gilvezan. Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
And the guy who does Cheetor and Goku is going to be there. And I'm going to probably get my picture.
Sean Shumway?
Ian James Corlett.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be good times, man. I'm excited.
Maybe we'll see that Sergeant Slaughter dude again. That'd be cool.
Yo, that dude, yeah, he probably will be there, man. That dude looks more like Sergeant Slaughter than fucking Sergeant Slaughter looks like him. That dude had me so tripped out because he looks so much like him. And it was weird because he looked like younger Sergeant Slaughter, because I don't know how the fuck old Sergeant Slaughter is now, but I know he's old. But it trips you out because it's like, you know, Sergeant Slaughter was big when we were like 10. And it's like, we're fucking 45 years old. And he came up and is like, oh, he just looks the same. You know, it was like he was immortal. like in a comic, you know, how nobody ages in comic books and shit.
Who's 45 years old? I don't know. I got a 3 in front of my number, bud.
How old are you, Kyle?
If I have to do the math, I'm either 37 or 38. I don't remember.
Fucking ageist.
Yeah, I lost count. I lost count a few years ago. I'm getting close.
But it's no big deal.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
It's not depressing at all. It's fine.
No, it shouldn't be. Brother Kyle, you're going to the fucking con tomorrow just like a fucking Jedi. Like, who gives a shit how fucking old you are, you know?
It's my first time cosplaying. I'm actually a little bit nervous about it. I'm totally, like, usually, like, wallflower type, like, not, but, like, I feel like with a Jedi robe on, people are going to be, like, looking at me and, like, stop.
But it doesn't matter because they really couldn't, they wont be able to see you, kind of. So you could just fucking roll around in full character, you know?
Dude, there was a 400-pound Cobra Commander there. I think you'll be fine.
He's Anaconda Commander.
Hey,
like after he eat the goat.
Who are your friends that dressed up as fucking whatchamacallit from the G.I. Joe movie? They were the Cobra Law guys.
Yeah, no, they weren't friends of mine. I just saw them and I'm like, yo.
Oh, I thought they were friends with you.
I was total fanboy. I'm like, yo, can I get in here for a picture? I was like, this is awesome. Yeah. It is awesome. I love off the wall shit.
One was like Nemesis Enforcer, and then
one was Nemesis and Pythona and Globulus. And the dude that did Globulus was awesome because he had his costume built onto like a hoverboard, so he could still sort of like slither, which I thought was really creative. It really was, man. I love it, you know, because it's like you go down there and it's like, all right, do I want to see 45 stormtroopers? Which that's cool and all, but give me some, like, you know, give me a B-side.
Oh yeah, definitely. Kyle will see like a whole fucking legion of troopers there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Candace mentioned that the 501st Legion usually has a table there. That's Anakin's personal.
I don't know. I think they just randomly show up, don't they, Mike? I don't think there's any coordination. I think they're like, hey, you dress like a stormtrooper too.
Hey, Bill.
No, I think it's like a
right, Mike?
Cosplay group.
What do you see? And then they go to high five each other and they miss.
That would be in character. No, it's fun, Kyle.
I'm sure.
Kyle, you're gonna have a fucking blast. You're probably gonna want to go back down on Sunday, just because you're working.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would. Yep. Got a nice.
Any other questions, Levy? Do we have any other questions? I think John. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a couple questions from our good old friend Josh Lawrence, SLB Vlog. It says, Hasbro or third party has one last Transformer figure to make. After that figure is done, then Hasbro and any and all third party companies can no longer make another Transformers figure. What figure are they making? See you at TF. What'd you say?
Springer. Done. Next.
Vanessa just walked in here like she like a backup dancer in like a Run DMC video or some shit. What the fuck are you wearing?
Yeah, Run DMC was on the Alexa the other day.
Oh yeah.
And I said to my wife, I said, "Who is this?" Beastie Boys. I'm like, no.
At least she was in the right era.
Like, not Beastie Boys.
Can I tell you how much I hate Alexa? I hate her.
Really?
She wakes me up every morning.
You can turn that off.
Isn't she supposed to?
Yeah, I hate her for it. It's funny. A lot of times I'm so like delirious when I wake up that I hear like the ringing, and I wake up and I go, "It's Annie the Light, pick up her delivery." And then she doesn't shut the fuck up, and I gotta remember what I have to say to her.
Just tell her to self-destruct next time. It's a lot more fun.
What was Josh's question again?
So what was Josh's? Yeah, you could make one more figure and then they're fucking done with it. They break the mold type of thing.
Yeah.
Springer.
Either Hasbro or third party.
Springer.
Man, that's a tough one.
I would really like Hasbro to do a Star Wars, like an early Clone Wars style Ahsoka. Like they did the last 4 episode style one, but I would really like a Padawan Ahsoka.
Yeah, they stopped making them, then you could save a lot of money, right?
Yeah. Nobody's done one of those. Like, no company. There's like they did like the 3 3/4 one, and it was the shittiest thing ever. I bought it, but it was terrible. I bought it on eBay. Actually, it was like really old. Barely looks like her.
eBay confessions.
Yep. Oh, Mike, we were all confessing to our earlier childhood crimes. If you want to throw anything out there that you might have done, did you steal any money from a bank or anything?
Early childhood crimes.
Yeah,
man.
Thievery, counterfeiting, giving people a Chi-Chi's hepatitis.
Me and Jed committed federal grand larceny. Apparently,
Levy poisoned a bunch of people.
Man, I was pretty tame when I was younger. I don't really like what was the worst thing that we did, Levy? I guess I don't know. Probably some sort of theft, stealing the fucking barrels off the bridge. I don't know.
Apparently, Jed thinks I intentionally gave a bunch of people hepatitis C or whatever.
I like how it's intentionally.
You were like the Joker by not washing your hands.
Do I look like a man with a plan?
I'm going to shit on myself and then go make some fried ice cream.
We all know that Levy never shit on himself.
As an adult.
This
is teenage years. Levy, how old were you when you were working there? Must have been in your teens, right?
20.
Oh, okay.
19.
So you were an adult. Okay.
Yeah.
So that counts.
Levy says he never shit himself as an adult because he doesn't consider himself an adult until he hit like 38.
Yeah. I don't know about what Transformer figure.
Does it have to be a Transformer figure?
Well, it says Hasbro third party has one last Transformers figure to make.
The adjective does say Transformer.
Yeah. I have a really good one outside of Transformer, but it's really kind of hard for me to pick out because like what the fuck hasn't been done yet? Like can we say a combiner? Like
Spinister.
Yeah, Spinister. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, Spinister. Good call.
Hasbro did the Dick Bird, and is it Fans Hobby that's doing it?
Fans Hobby is doing it.
Hobby's doing it. So that's my grail.
You know what? Spinister's a good one. Spinister's like for especially for me personally, because I'm a little bit of a completist. It would break my heart not to be able to like at least mostly complete the collection. And by that I mean let's finish the Protectobots and a Predaking and all MP size stuff, and like just make sure you get like the major ones from the cartoons or whatever, and then everything else is kind of a bonus. So it would bug me out. But if it all ended tomorrow and Fans Hobby announced a Spinister and that was it, and that was the final chapter in the book, it would be so stupid fucking symbolic that I would be all right with it. That would be the end.
I can think of a few Beast Wars characters. Like if somebody like a Tiger, I think if JX finally did that Tiger Hawk, that would be fucking amazing.
I would like to give my non-trans. I'm sorry, Jay. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I would like to give my non-Transformer choice. I would like, and I think Jed might even agree with this one too. I would like a Toy World Debbie-sized Voltron.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
I have another one. And Mike, we talked about this last time I was over here, actually. If some third-party company did I would really like a legit Pretender Starscream. Like one that actually had like a articulate shell with the Starscream inside. That was a third party.
Yeah, that would be really tough to do.
I know it would.
It wouldn't be as tough now as it would have been back then, but it would be really interesting to see exactly how they would do it, because in order to make a decent Starscream shell that was articulated, you obviously wouldn't be able to get like the waist swivel and ab crunch and all that shit, but at least like arms and legs, elbows and knees, I'm assuming with like some angle. Anyways, in order to get that, you would really, and then have a believable jet that turned into a nice looking little Starscream. It's almost like he would have to be legend size, the bot inside, or kind of tiny, and he would really have to.
Weren't they smaller? Weren't the Pretenders like the bots smaller?
Yeah, they were technically smaller, but I think they still basically represented their G1 size.
Yeah,
like as characters, like in the comic book,
I'd be okay with a legend size bot inside.
I would be.
Yeah, you have to like make the shell out of that like that cornstarch or syrup fucking thing where they stretch. the arms and the muscles and everything like that just stretch out.
And I think they could probably pull it off, because look at some of this crazy shit that what's that company that does all those little boxes that turns into animals and shit, and
those things look awesome.
So like, and I just saw, I think today for the first time, it was that little Dr. Wu Trypticon. Did you guys see that?
No.
There's a little Trypticon, and I don't know how big he is, because Dr. Wu typically makes like even the tinier than legend size shit. So I'm not how big. I don't know if he kind of scaled the Trypticon so it would be a little bit bigger. But anyways, size beside the point. It was a little Trypticon, and it turned into a little city mode and shit, and base mode or whatever. And then it folded up into a perfect little cube. And it was pretty impressive. So it's like, when you see him pull shit like that off, man, especially now with, when they go with higher parts counts, and especially with some of the legends, how like the technology's come such a long way. Like, I guess I could probably see them being able to do like a triple changer like that, a little believable jet, a decent robot, and then have him fold up in some way that he'll just like fit perfectly into. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be very cool. But the completest in me there I would want Jazz, Grimlock, and Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Levy, do me a favor. Read Josh's question again. He said, if what? The third party Hasbro? Read that for me.
Says Hasbro or third party has one last Transformers figure to make. After that figure is done, then Hasbro and any and all third party companies can no longer make another Transformers figure. What figure are they making?
You could always like go the other way too and say, okay, one more Optimus Prime, and now you're done. Guys don't get to make anymore. Or one more Seeker, and you're done.
Wait, what? Why
Right.
would they do that?
Well, I'm just saying that way you basically force everyone to stop making that fucking character all the time.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going from a more selfish standpoint. Like, it would be something that I would really want.
Yeah. My vote is for Spinister.
Yeah, Spinister's good. I like the Spinister pick.
Springer. That's that would be the fucking last straw, Mike. I get my Virtus, and then fucking
Third party would end.
No, and then the official MP of fucking Springer is announced.
Yeah, but it's not like it was back in the day, man. It used to be like when the official would announce some shit, it's like, man, the official just, all right, everybody's playtime's over. Takara is here, and it's not necessarily like that anymore.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's like maybe you'll be lucky and you get it and it's fucking awesome. I'm depending on how it is in hand. If it's like really nice in hand, dude, I think I'm gonna switch that out and sell my Fans Toys one.
Fans Toys what?
The Springer.
Oh, okay.
Kyle will trade you some Insecticons for it.
for the Apache. Yeah, right.
All right. Josh has another question. Did I just walk over somebody?
Yeah,
No,
I was going to say something totally stupid.
Okay, go ahead. Say it. If it's stupid, say it.
I was going to say I should get like you and Tony and find one other person and just put an Insecticon on each table.
Right.
Sell it
For 800 a piece.
$250 each.
Triple your money.
Yep. There you go.
That one person will have to run around the rest of the con trying to find the other two.
That's the plan.
Give him a little map.
The fucking Goonies map.
Yeah, 40 paces west.
Okay, so Josh has another question. He says, what one company do you want to see make a figure of a franchise of your choice? Here's the caveat. You only get to pick one character. My choice is NECA and Judge Dredd comic book version.
That's his pick for like, you get to pick one figure and one company, one figure?
Yep.
Fans Toys, Toy World Devi sized Voltron. I'm a rebel, Dottie, or yeah. You know the thing.
So you want to see a company make a figure? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But
you can only get one figure.
What? Oh, okay. One figure. X-Transbot Virtus. X-Transbot Virtus.
Josh is putting these were like strategically asked questions specifically for Jed, I think.
Yeah. X-Transbot Virtus. I want to see them make that.
What about you, Kyle?
I would pick again, I'm going to go with the Clone Wars pattern on Ahsoka, and I would like a Hot Toys version of that.
A Hot Toys Ahsoka?
Hot Toys, Ahsoka.
Again, they already have the last 4 episode one coming out, and they have the Mandalorian coming out, but nobody's ever done the regular Clone Wars version.
Oh, I know what I want. I just thought of something. Hot Toys Silver Surfer. That'd be fucking awesome.
It would be awesome.
Or a Hot Toys Captain Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the fuck?
Like the original 80s Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, cosmic shit. That'd be cool, man. Oh, man, a fucking Hot Toys 1/6 fucking Silver Surfer, all chromed out. That'd be cool. Yeah, put that right next to my Slash cigarette butt and my fucking Blackout and Shout shirt.
And my Virtus.
The picture of my Virtus.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's just a print. It's just a printout.
Levy?
Amazing Yamaguchi Avatar Korra.
Oh, that's a good answer. Can I just say that I finished Avatar last week, and what an amazing show.
Which one? The
first one. We didn't start Korra yet, but we're gonna hopefully tonight. But
yeah, that show's amazing. That finale was some of the finest TV ever made.
What show are you talking about?
Avatar: Last Airbender.
I gotta watch that, man. I always hear good things about that show.
It's a little goofy and childish at first, like the first season. The first season's kind of a slog because it's very episodic, but once you get to the second season, it is just fantastic. The
Man.
overarching story and everything, it's so good.
You telling me that I need like to give WandaVision, 2 or 3 episodes is one thing, but asking me for an entire season, that's a tough ask.
I know there's great episodes in the first season,
Sure.
but it and there is still the overarching story, but like each episode doesn't really have a whole lot to do with each other for the most part. I mean, but there are like elements in each episode that do end up getting called back to later and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in the second season is when like episodes start tying into each other and
it gets pretty dark. That show.
Yeah, it does get real dark. And like I said, the series finale is just some of the finest television ever produced.
Yeah, it's really good. And the last episode's like it's like not movie long, but it's like an hour and 10 minutes long.
Yeah. And the writing, the characters, you get so emotionally invested in these characters, especially Iroh.
Iroh is great.
He's my
Iroh
favorite character in that series.
Yeah, he's great. You know what is also amazing about that show is the animals, the hybrid.
Yeah.
Like the turtle duck and all the there's no real like animals. They're all like hybrids between like two animals. So
there is one.
For the bear, yeah.
Bosco. Except for Bosco, the Earth King's pet bear. And it's funny too because it says that he's a bear and he's like a platypus bear? It's a penguin bear. No, he's just a bear. And they're like all confused. And it was also, it's really kind of fucked up what happened to Bosco. Did you actually, you haven't got the Legend of Korra yet, have you? No. They said that. Yeah, you're gonna find out what happened to Bosco in Legend of Korra, and it's really fucked up.
The turtle ducks.
He's got AIDS.
What did you say? AIDS?
AIDS.
No, actually, what happened to him is far, far worse. And
Super AIDS.
It's way too dark. It's way too dark for.
He got hepatitis from a Chi-Chi's.
Nah, dude. You're gonna be horrified when you find out what happened to Bosco.
Call back King.
I did. Now I'm thinking about it. When I was younger, I threw a Snickers into the baby pool at Fountain Pool. and it sunk to the bottom. And minutes later, everybody cleared out.
That was your crime. See, that wouldn't have gotten you in as much trouble as me and Jed would have got into.
No.
Fucking counterfeiting.
Me and Jed would be rotting away in prison right now.
Yeah. Son, we've charged you with watching too much Caddyshack.
Okay, we have one more question, and that's from John Hangen. I haven't heard from him in a while. But he says, with the fall movie season about to begin, what movies are you guys looking forward to seeing? For me, it's Ghostbusters Afterlife, Venom 2, and Halloween Kills. I already have my tickets reserved for Venom 2, and I'm looking to do the same for Ghostbusters.
I haven't even been paying attention. Spider-Man?
Yeah, but that's more winter because isn't that coming in December?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I didn't even know there was another Halloween movie coming out. That's awesome. I'll check that out for sure.
Dune. Can't wait to see Dune.
Dune, that's a good pick. Dune's a good pick. Yeah, Venom. I'm excited for Venom too.
Butthole worm.
What?
I haven't seen the trailer.
Dude, the old worm that had like a butthole.
Oh, the butthole worm. Yeah,
right.
I thought he was naming that as his own. That was his pick.
I thought that was like horror movie or something coming out. Butthole worm.
Well, who's producing that? It's Michael Bay film.
Spielberg.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And nice Shyamalan than that.
Imagine the trailer guy with the voice is trying to do a butthole worm,
John Bailey?
like or John Bailey.
Butthole worm.
Butthole worm.
I watched that movie Old, by the way. I gave
how was that?
Shyamalan one more chance, and nope.
I feel like we were saying like we'll give M. Night Shyamalan one more chance as long before you were pre-ordering Springers and I was buying Seekers.
Yeah.
I offered my friend after we watched Airbender, and I was like, before we start Korra, let's just like as a lark watch the M. Night Shyamalan Airbender. And, it wasn't about to happen. She was like, "Nah, it's too big." So it's
yeah. The IMDb rating for Old is about the same as The Craft Legacy. Is that what it's called?
Craft.
Dude, that movie was straight trash, dude.
That's how this one is.
That
Not
movie
very
was straight
good.
trash. You know what I feel like they did with that movie? Because of course Vanessa had to watch it, so I watched a little bit of it with her. But like, and I don't even give a fuck about spoilers or not. But like at the end, you find out the main girl is like, remember who was the one that was trailer park hot in the first one?
Bruiser Bulk.
Yeah, her. You find out that the main girl is like her daughter. You know, and it's like I felt like, oh, they just came up with kind of an idea or whatever and tried to build an entire movie around it, and it was just so fucking dumb.
What a twist!
Yeah, well, it's like because the first one, I thought the first one, even though the first one was kind of a chick flick, it was cool because they were dark. You know, it was kind of
awesome.
yeah, it was a fucking cool movie. And the new one, from everything that I saw of it, was like they tried to put too much Harry Potter in that motherfucker. Ain't got a Harry Potter everything up.
That should be the name of the episode. You ain't got a Harry Potter everything up.
There's Screen Rants does these pitch meetings. I don't know if you ever ever saw them. They're fan-fucking-tastic, man. Especially when they do the Transformers ones. They're so funny. But they did the one for Old, and that was better than the movie.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah, it's a pass. Don't waste your hour and 45 minutes.
Did you get old just watching it?
I did.
Man, this dude, Levy. If I heard some of your I would swear it's like if I didn't know you, I'd swear you had 8 kids. Only sometimes. Like right after you told that joke.
Telling the purple nurple joke, Levy.
No. First off, it's like 15 minutes and it's shit.
Josh is still the dad joke king.
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah. His
Another
dad
one without kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for me,
Levy, I got a dad joke for you real quick, Levy. Stop me if you heard this one. So, and it's quick. It's only like 30 seconds long. This pirate walks into a bar and he's got the ship steering wheel stuff halfway down his pants, and he sits at the bar and he orders a beer.
Love this
you know
joke.
where this is going, Jed?
I love this joke.
And the guy next to him was looking at him, and he's looking at and he's like, "Yo, man," he's like, "What's up with the steering wheel in your pants?" And the pirate goes, "Arr, it's driving me nuts." Like, I hate dad jokes, but that shit's pretty funny.
That joke. I love that joke.
Look at Levy's trying not to laugh. Spare me this mockery of justice. Spare me this mockery of comedy, Levy.
Bad comedy. Shit.
Anyways, go on, Levy. What toy do you want?
Well, no, I was the same movie.
Oh, movie. That's right.
Yeah, we're on movies now. But
yeah, we're on movies now. Yeah.
We're starting over.
Yeah, for me, I was gonna say Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Sorry?
Clifford the Big Red Dog that comes out November 10th.
You're looking forward to that movie?
Sure.
Let's call it junk.
Wow, listen to the judgment. Listen to the judgment in Jed's voice.
I know, right?
You ever hear Louis C.K.'s bit about Clifford the Big Red Dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dog bites somebody and then they have to execute him. Did you hear his new special?
I haven't.
He's got a new he's got a new special out. It's pretty good.
What's it on?
I listened to it on Pandora.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, but no, seriously, there's really not anything special. I mean, other than Eternals, I'm really looking forward to Eternals and Ghostbusters.
Ooh, Eternals ought to be good too.
As far as fall films go, I couldn't give a shit less about Dune.
Wow, that's surprising.
I never watched the original, so I have no.
Me neither.
I have no idea what it's about other than the spice.
We should
I know
watch
it's about
that.
spice.
I mean, I couldn't give a shit about fucking Clifford the Big Red Dog either, but you know.
Hey, Clifford the Big Red Dog is an American institution. Right?
Oh,
Jeb,
is it?
what do you think?
Every child in America knows about Clifford the Big Red Dog.
I do, yeah. You should throw Dune up on Genflix if it's not up on anything streaming.
Dune, it's not up yet.
Me and Levy should watch it. No, the original one. I've never seen the original one either.
Oh, the original's. He won't watch it.
No,
I'll put it up there for you, Kyle.
I will, sure.
Yeah. I have no interest in Dune. So Spice
Arrakis,
must flow.
desert
All right,
planet.
fellas, I gotta watch a YouTube video to figure out how to put this fucking costume on.
Do we have any more questions, Levy? Can we end the show?
No, that's it. That's
Yay!
it.
What's going to be easier, getting that costume on or getting them fucking rings on that Unicron?
Well, there's not a YouTube video or instructions for that one. So
I want to watch Kyle.
You know
Kyle,
what?
like,
Mike, you
half-dressed-
should YouTube video with instructions on how to put that on so I can figure it the fuck out.
Oh, I didn't do it in planet mode. Yeah, I didn't do it in planet mode. I don't know that he'll ever be in planet mode ever again. So I can't even help you. So I'm basically clowning you from a safe space because I know I'm never gonna have to go through that. Whatever, you know. Anybody could put them rings on there and look like that, but I'll never find out. I just want to see Brother Kyle like half in his cosplay, frustrated because he can't get that thing put together, and then he's trying to get the Unicron on. And what else? We need like a third thing to be going wrong at the time. Oh, and then the fucking string breaks on his guitar, and he's got the whole Floyd Rose thing to deal with. Yeah.
I figured
And
that
then
out.
it's just a quick cut scene to him, and he's in a straight jacket, still half in his fucking cosplay.
Just one arm in a straitjacket. Can't
Yeah,
figure out how to
right.
get the other arm in.
Yeah.
I said to Josh when I got my guitar, I said, "Oh man, they even gave you like one of those special tools to fucking, you know, for your guitar." He goes, "What, an Allen wrench?" I'm like, "Yeah." You know? Magic Allen wrench.
Oh, I know what an Allen wrench is. I just never had to use it on a fucking guitar before.
This is one of them ones, Brother Kyle, that you're going to be like, you were just being honest and putting your thoughts on the Floyd Rose in there, but you never knew it was going to. It's kind of like when people bust my balls about Nickelback, like it's never going to go away. Because I had
I did figure it out, by the way.
open my big stupid mouth. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I haven't really said shit about Nickelback in a long time, but it's not going to stop people from busting my balls about it.
Did you ever figure out who sang all that shit, by the way?
No. And you know what? I got something it was a couple days after Rogue passed away, and I know whoever sent it didn't know all that shit was going to be happening, and then shit was rough there with all that going on for a little bit, and then I didn't get anything, and I'm assuming somebody probably was like, "Oh fuck, man, you know, I sent this shit and it's getting there," and I opened it up and I was so fucking pissed off, but then I figured it was probably on its way before all that shit happened.
Yeah.
But then it's kind of like faded because I didn't say anything, and I know that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I got like not mad, but like portrayed madness on the post was just like I was just being funny about it. Like I thought it was pretty funny, but then after like the fourth or fifth one, I'm like, all right, like somebody's got to come out and take credit for this shit so we can laugh about it and it'll be over, or it should just stop. And then after that one, it just kind of faded out because I was just like, all right, I'm just not going to say anything anymore. And then I did get something. No, I got that. I got a fucking fan club membership card. That was the last thing that came. Every time I got a package in the mail and I know I didn't order anything, I'm like, man, what the fuck is this, man? And this one, it was just in an envelope, and and I opened it up. It was a fucking. And I was having a bad day the one day, and I walked past and I saw it sitting on the bookshelf, and I like grabbed it and I walked over. I did like the Napoleon Dynamite stomp over to the garbage can and just fucking hucked it into the garbage can as hard as I could. And then I felt better. But yeah, nobody's owned it.
I feel like it's better that way.
I don't know. Do you? Or how long? I feel like at some point it has to come out.
on your deathbed or something like that.
No, I don't think it should. I think it should.
Fucking Tyler pops up like, it was me.
It was me
the whole time.
Like, wait, then Jim Carrey farts on the fucking elevator. No, I think some time should pass by, but like, and then it would be funny. Like, to keep it a secret for a while is funny, but it's like, on the 5-year anniversary or something, I feel like
just so 5 years go by, and then you just get something else, and it's a picture of the person putting it in the box
5 years ago.
Yeah.
throwing the finger.
Oh man, that's a long con right there.
It is, man. That is playing the long game, big time, man. Yeah, but I don't know. Not owning up to it is pretty funny too. But like, to come up with a good revenge plot, I feel like I would have to have like something needs to happen to me first, because I feel like I do my best thinking on the spot, like in relation to whatever happened. Because you got to pick your revenge plot. You got to pick your revenge plot out by like the level of crime committed against you. Maybe they just took a shit on your front porch. You guys are taking turns shitting on each other. How childish. Imagine if me and you were doing that to each other. And then we're driving like an hour and 15 minutes to do it.
Then it just gets, every time I have to go up a level, like then you light it on fire. The next time you have like 2 bags of shit on fire. And then the next time you go fucking porcelain toilet of shit on the fucking porch.
You and the wife and both kids are now shitting on the whole. He's got the whole family shitting. I got the fucking.
Dad, I don't want to shit on Mike's porch. Do it. Do it, Ragnarok. Do it.
Do it, Ragnarok. But Dad.
Do it. Ragnar. Shit on that porch. Shit on that porch.
Damn it. Ragnar. What was the... I smoked too much. What was the bit that we were gonna? Oh, you pre-ordering What If? That's right. What If? I gotta write this shit down.
And being all happy 2 weeks later, I got in the mail.
And then credits roll.
It's like if you watch the movie fucking Castaway, and the first package he opens is like a satellite phone. The end. Yes.
But then the post-credit scene, Jed, would be you, and it would be like you're in the Matrix in one of them pods where they were just sucking the life out of all the humans. you would be in the one, and then the one right next to you, the Virtus would be in the one.
Or you just
it would be Keith. Keith would be in the one next to you.
I could be in the cell next to fucking Brother Kyle with a straitjacket on too, just fucking hallucinating. All right, let's end this fucking mess.
Yeah.
Brother Kyle, do you have anything in closing?
No, thank you for having me on.
You're welcome. Levy, do you have anything in closing?
Thanks for Kyle. Sure. Nope.
Mike, do you have anything in closing?
Yeah, I would just like to thank everybody for coming to RetroCon and spending like every penny they have in my booth.
Brother Kyle, I'd like to thank
providing Insecticons.
Yes. Yeah.
And Jed, one quick question: do you think this episode is going to end up going up on Monday like usual, or Tuesday? Or do you think it might go up on Tuesday?
Monday, probably. Why do you need it to go on Tuesday?
No, I was just cool because if it was going to go up on Tuesday, I was just going to thank the Eagles for kicking the living fucking shit out of them rotten, stinking fucking Cowboys last night by 25 points. But if it's going to go up on Monday, then I would like to say, good luck, Philadelphia, and go Birds. Kick fucking Cowboys asses. I want numbers on listeners, Jed, that we have in Texas, just out of curiosity.
I think it's 0, but I'll look. I'll look.
I just want to know how far down do you have like numbers by state in order?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think I can find that.
Well, just let me know from 1 to 50 where Texas is.
Will do.
All right.
All right, Mike.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on, Mike. Guest star.
Everybody good? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Enough's enough. We're out.